We're here. We did it.
And we're live.
I remembered to do the intro without any help from anybody else.
Yeah, I bet you didn't.
You
That'll
see, everyone.
probably never be true.
The
That'll probably
joke
never be
there
true.
is that Zach still had to remind me because I would not have remembered.
We worked too hard to make
No,
that
you're right.
legal.
I
To
agree.
Turn the audio legal, so we got to do it. Mostly
I
legal.
agree.
Anyways. Well,
Everyone
welcome
say hi
to
to Wilbon.
the Patreon
Everyone
intro, and we're joined
say
by our deluxe VIP.
That's right.
Thanks for having
Is
me.
that what we should call it? That's been the name. It's been like the deluxe VIP. Should we do like the con exclusive VIP? What do you think we should change it to?
The ICCC VIP exclusive.
The ICC exclusive VIP. I hope we have a great time at that. I think we will. Like I told you last night, though, I might miss having a smaller crowd because I know we're going to have a ton of people there.
Yeah, I think
You
a lot
know,
of people are showing up this year. It's going to be a blast, though.
And it's kind of unfortunate because if there's any good Black Series deals, the odds of us finding them are significantly lower. And I have a list of figures that I want from that place this year.
So here's what you do. You start now. You spread the word that it's terrible con. No one should go. It's the worst con you've ever been to. I can't believe anyone would pay money to be at this awful con. Don't go to it.
Facts. Don't go to ICC Con. Don't go. But I've made a promise to myself. I'm not leaving that con without the snow speeder. All right.
Wow.
Hold me, Wilbon. Hold me to my word, Mike. If you end up making it, I know you're on the fence.
I'm very heavily leaning towards it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find someone selling the snow speeder and be like, yo, dude, this guy coming up, he is a mark. You can bump that up. He will pay for it.
Just go around the con and buy up all the snow speeders.
That's
and
right.
And jack up the price.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go to the market.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to change. I'm not leaving there without a snow speeder for a solid price. Like,
Okay, what's your price? I'm just curious. I'm asking for a friend.
I don't know. I feel like.
Okay, so it was 120. It was 120 when it was new.
I'd be comfortable at like 160.
Okay,
Is that
so
is that reasonable?
what
is that
about
reasonable?
200? What if you saw one sitting there for 200? Just
I'd probably offer.
fresh minty in box.
I'd probably offer 180. Maybe meet him in the middle.
So then
Right.
180 is your highest.
See, now might as well.
So
spend
that's
the extra
where you
20.
go. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what that's the thing. What's your hard line? What's your I will not go above this price? I think 180 is a good price.
180 solid. What does it go for? Do we know what it goes for?
I don't.
We'll have to check.
I guess let me pull up.
I mean, there's action figure 411. They have this whole thing called a price guide. I don't know if you've ever
Hang
heard of it.
on.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I'm trying to find it. I'll have the list of figures. I don't know
The
if this is
snow
deluxes on
header.
it, though. Where's the deluxes on here? I can never find anything on this website.
Average 172.
So I think 180 is I think 180 is a good price. I think 200 is probably still a good price, but like only just it would have to be like perfect.
I actually kind of forgot that it comes with DAX also.
Comes with DAC router, man.
Yeah. All right. 190 is hard line.
All right, that's your hard line. 190.
Yeah, last year there was a guy that had it for 150, and I think he had a couple of them too. So hopefully that guy will be back.
I was in
that guy's listening to our podcast right now, and I
was in Indianapolis with my dad, and we stopped by 2 toy stores. One place had 2 of them for 140.
Oh my god!
And that was
You're
last
so
year. That was
dumb. You're so dumb. How dumb do you feel right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, because I have the perfect spot for it. I kind of want to like set it right next to like move that Vader and Obi-Wan duel fight, and then put it right next to the that right there. So
how does it fit on that shelf?
I don't know. I might move it up top though.
I was gonna say
I can move that up top.
Side. Like the front end will be like hanging.
Like I don't know if you realize how big the snowspeeder is.
It's pretty damn big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it has a whole section down here, like on the very bottom shelf.
Yeah, mine's up in the corner, leaning against the wall because it's just so big.
Maybe I'll do up top then. Well, no, we'll see. I'll put it with it somehow.
It's like the best place to do vehicles that are like tall or wide.
Yeah.
It's like hard to
you
put
could
on a shelf.
what you could do, Zach, I'm looking at your back shelf where you have that snowy Chewbacca right there in some boxes. Like you could have it right there just like standing up, like leaning against the wall upright.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think there's some good files for a stand. I think Brian has.
Oh, for sure. Brian just said that right now. So
you have never.
In fact, man, that's.
I didn't even read that comment.
I'm getting closer and closer to hitting my goal. I decided I'm saving up the money until I can get all of, like the AMS, all of it. I think I'm gonna go for like 1,500 and just get some like filament and all of that stuff, just so I can like just go to town.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I've been doing since I got the P1P. I've just been cranking out prints all the time.
I kind of ran out of filament and then didn't order any, so I had a lull for like a week and a half, but I finally got a bunch of more black filament, so I'm cranking out more of the stands. As you can see, anybody like my display? My new
I love your stands, man.
How it's really going right now.
Yeah.
So I found a way to, like, see how that clone one right there, it goes wider. I shortened Luke's file a little, so I have an extension. So it's technically 3. It's like 1, 2, and 3, where all these are 1, 2. So I got to print extensions for all of them now, so I can add more figgies. But I think I'm going to run out of figures. I don't think I'm going to be able to fill all this up. So I have like a lot more open space now, which is going to be great.
There's plenty of room for TVC stuff down there, Zach.
Oh, is there?
So yucky.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe a Cantina.
I mean, we know a guy who's designing a pretty cool looking Cantina right now.
Yeah, in print condition. He's a pretty awesome awesome guy.
That's what I mean. Absolutely.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. So, what's your first scene gonna be? I feel like everybody has the same answer. Like a first solid print, like a test print, is the Han and Greedo chairs and table.
That's what I told Zooboy to do. Like that's the very first project he should.
I want to print the hardest thing I know how to print. I'm
just gonna go for the most advanced.
I'm gonna print me a Goku.
He's gonna print the whole Goku.
Dude, he's gonna do. You do the Millennium Falcon right off the bat.
You wouldn't print a Goku, would you? Heck yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
You can do a hologram one like this.
You wouldn't download a car, would you? I mean, yeah,
I totally would.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But so you really don't, you don't know what your first print's going to be?
I don't know. It's so far away now. Hold on. Just to give you a total here of what I'm at. And obviously, the first is coming, so I'm going to get some more. But right now, I'm at $1,082.47, tucked away in my little hidey hole.
right? So that's your saving up fund. Send that to me,
That's my
man. I
saving
need
up
it
fund.
right now. I just bought floors.
What? No, you
I just bought floors. I need it.
I just bought a $50 auto feeder for my cat, and I spent literally all day trying to connect it to Wi-Fi. It was ridiculous.
We have 2 of those auto feeder things. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
It would not connect to our internet, like at all. Just it was like your Wi-Fi. Nah, nope.
The key for those auto feeders is to get a slightly cheaper one that it doesn't connect to the internet, and then you don't need to worry about it. You just program it. You just program it, and then it's good. To
It
go.
needs the app. It only works with this app.
You don't need an app for an auto feeder. You just program.
Otherwise, it's just a bowl.
Put food in it. Yeah,
That's just a bowl. We had one of those.
it just auto dispenses though. You don't need it to connect to the internet. Come on, man.
What? No, I want an electronic feeder. I want to feel like my cats are being fed without me feeding them. I want to own cats, but I don't want to actually put in the work. So I got an auto scooping robot litter box. Don't have to do that anymore. Now I'm getting auto feeding. I don't have to wake up in the morning. Sometimes if I want to sleep in, I'll feel guilty that I haven't fed my cats in the morning.
Yep, we've got the auto feeder and auto litter box too.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely the life, not actually having to take care of your pets.
I don't have to take care of those things at all.
Yeah, or you can just not forget to feed your animals like me.
And then I just got this little bed for her.
Oh.
And she's been loving it because before I put that there, she would like curl up random places in here, and I'd lock her in the toy room. Yeah, like under my
She's your
desk,
mentor right
behind
now.
the door.
Literally,
She's your
mentor.
is. Yeah,
right under the
Figure
palace.
falls off the shelf. She's the monster that comes over and grabs.
I never had to close my door before we got her, but she's naughty and she loves to steal. In fact, I just found this little martini glass.
Nice.
I found it in the living room. I didn't put it there. I don't know how she got it, but she got it somehow, and she was playing with it in the living room.
Yeah, she just wanted a drink.
She's a lush. She's like, cat, it's 8 a.m. What are you doing? I don't have a problem.
All right, we ready for the main
My
pod?
cat sounds like. Yes.
All right,
Sure.
Wilbon, we're gonna kick you out
All right.
since you're an official guest now these days.
That's right.
Whoa. Wow.
You get the official kick out, gone, out of here. Oh, So I should have talked about offline. We'll talk later. It's fine. I got an idea though, but I don't want to talk about it while we're recording.
Okay, it'll be after the pod. Just
Yeah.
remind me,
Yeah.
or I'll try to remind you because I know we
I
do
might
this every
forget.
time. We'll be like, we'll say it after,
Yeah.
and then we just get off.
Well, and then 3 hours goes by,
Yeah,
like
of nonstop talking.
of just talking and gibberish and whatnot. Anyway,
That's what podcasts are for.
it really is. That message that you got, really, that was like a nice message. I'm glad, because my dad had the opposite thing. He's like, because when Chris Pirillo was on, my dad loves Chris Pirillo, and he's like, "This is 3 hours, Mike," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't want to listen to 3 hours of you talking." I was like, "Me neither, Dad."
There's at least one person out there that does. We got a nice message on Instagram yesterday.
Absolutely.
So it's always good to get positive feedback for the podcast.
Okay, let's get started with episode. We're on 74.
It's quite a bit.
70. Do you say 70 or 70?
70.
70. Yeah.
70. Yeah.
It's weird.
It's all together.
weird
We
to say
slur down here in this house.
Yeah. So we do in California. I've been watching TikToks where there's like a California accent, and people say like Californians don't pronounce their T's. Like you say mountain instead of mountain. But like, who says mountain? It's mountain.
Yeah. You got to kind of just like flow past the T.
Yeah, it just kind of flows in.
Right.
The T. Screw it. Is there a T in the middle of a word? Out of here. Gone.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you just
welcome.
gotta brush past it.
Welcome. This is a weird segue at the beginning of our podcast. Welcome to episode 74 of Black Series Cantina. And Zach, this is my favorite episode of the year. I know we say that a lot, and I know we say it all the time. Last week was our favorite episode with our favorite guest or whatever. But I don't like sports, but I had so much fun with this last year. I've been looking forward to it for a whole year.
The figure draft, it's a goated podcast, I'd say. For us. It's a goated podcast.
It's a good time. And I have to think that it's fun for a lot of people. But for me, most of all, I want to have fun doing this podcast. And I have fun doing this podcast.
And you need to avenge yourself because I am currently 1-0 right now.
I think I won on Facebook, but then you won on, I think, Instagram. Twitter, yeah. Like I won in one of the places, but I
think Patreon and Twitter.
Yeah. So you won overall, but I did scoop up a little. I won a small victory in the larger battle on one battlefield.
You won the battle. You won a battle, not the war.
I won a battle. It wasn't a sound defeat, but it was a defeat.
The figure draft last year was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. I have a slightly different strategy this year. I don't know. But I might change it depending on how crappy the figure selection is.
I have the same strategy as last year. Is just pick from my heart.
And you like, articulation, modern, but I tried to build a Star Wars like visual, no matter how bad they were, Yeah.
Anyways,
so it'll be fun.
So I see. I think Wilbon's he's like, crap. I forgot to make a list. Crap, and he's like furiously making a list. Yeah.
He's hurt.
Anyways, I want to say hi to all of our Patreon people that are chatting with us while we record this. Just throwing some out there. I see Pletho. I see Brian. I see Gamerzone 24. I see Paragon Fuzz and Lance Peter Luke. Look at that. Lots of great names out there. So you might hear us reference them throughout this because they're playing along with us while we do this. But if you are listening to this afterwards and you're like, man, it'd be really cool to see this, you can watch it on our Patreon. If you want to do that in the future, it's fun.
If there's one show a year you can pick to watch, this is probably the one.
Yeah, I just put last year's up live. So if you want to see what last year's looked like, you can go watch it on our YouTube channel.
Yep. So join that Patreon. Mike also needs to save up for the big fancy AMS printer. So go support his fund for that. But join the Patreon if you're interested. And we have merch.
We have merch. Yep. Anyways, you want to just bring on our guests? Start the show up. Just get it going.
Yeah. So we're bringing on Wilbon. Not only is Wilbon our deluxe VIP, our con exclusive VIP, our ICCC exclusive VIP, as we said in the patron intro, but he's now the host of Monday Night Figure Ball. He has his own show. You can watch it every Monday.
They grow up so fast.
It all started with him joining me on a TikTok live in the chat, and then now he's spreading his wings and flying out solo.
I'm flying away. I'm leaving the nest, right?
All this because you found me on TikTok. The community owes me a thank you for delivering you to everybody.
Honestly, that is very true. And honestly, the community owes you a favor for popularizing ICC-Con, at least in this space.
It's true.
That is true.
Oh,
I went alone.
That terrible convention that no one should go to? That one? Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
No one should go to it.
Yeah, don't take up all of our deals, all right?
That used to be Zach's hotspot for finding backstage.
I know. It's just crazy. Like 2 years ago, I went alone. Then last year we had a nice, small, medium squad. And then this year, it's just going to be nonstop.
Power squad.
Hello. Just a ton of people will be there. So it should be on. I'd really want time on the stage again because that was a blast. So hopefully they give us time on the stage.
I should have both of my fellow figure ballers with me there as well. So hopefully we get on stage too. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you only there for like one day?
I am, but I'm going to try to make the most of it.
All right.
He's there on Thursday, and if he can get on Thursday, then you just need to cancel that, Wilbon. I got lucky because I have a wedding to do.
It's just a wedding.
It's just one of my best friend's weddings,
What are the odds he gets divorced and he gets another one anyway?
You never know. You never know, right?
It's in like 55% usually, right? Isn't that the rate?
I mean,
when you're looking at the odds.
So what do we got? What do we got going on today? I'm looking at the notes. We did the Patreon plug. We brought on Wilbon. Next, it says fine additions.
Yeah, I think that's usually, let's
Fine addition to my collection.
jump right into it. Let's have the guest go first. On fine
guest
additions.
goes first.
All right, so the first thing I'd like to talk about is something I have talked about on my own show, but it's such a good figure, I want to talk about it some more. So, I don't know, I don't think you guys are big import collectors, but my fellow figure baller, Mr. Coffee, has really been spreading the plague of buying imports.
Oh, God.
But this
like that
Mafex
gun.
Bo-Katan is,
I feel like that blaster's too big.
it is a little bit big, but it's a little thick, too. A little thick.
It looks like
Oh, it's thick.
a Black Series blaster being held by a TVC like figure.
Kinda, yeah. But like the head sculpt is so great. It just
Yeah, it's
looks amazing.
it blows the Black Series one out of the water for me. Like it's just really nice.
Well, at the price point, it should also.
I know, right? How much was it? How much was it?
I believe this is around $80 for this figure.
So it was like 3 Bo-Katans worth of Bo-Katan.
Yeah,
Is
that
that-
I would say is 3 times better than the other Bo-Katan.
Well, that's the question is it worth
is
the
it-
price of 3 Bo-Katans?
I would say so. Like it's good enough for me to take that other one off the shelf and throw it in the bin. And,
Does it scale well? Is it about the same
Yeah.
size, same
Yeah.
height?
Yeah,
Can you
I would
put
say
the
so.
Black Series blasters in her hand to make it look like she's actually holding blasters she should?
Yeah, it would fit in her hand for sure. But yeah, as far as like that stuff goes, yeah, maybe this blaster is a little bit big, but like the helmet is scaled so much better. You don't have
Sure.
to like put it over the head sculpt, and like the hair can actually like be hair instead of being like a helmet hair like she
Yeah.
has normally. So
She's got like shower hair.
yeah, exactly. She's fresh out the shower, Bo. But I'm confident enough to say that it might be my favorite Star Wars figure at the moment.
Wow.
Just in general. Like, it's so
Wow.
good. It's so good.
Wow.
In addition to that, I picked up another import. I got the Figuarts Jabeam Kenobi.
You're so important.
But for $30, that was
Okay, I was about to say $30
That's
isn't
worth it.
bad, but I wouldn't pay full price for it at all because the head sculpts are.
Yeah, they're just
Super
okay.
made.
But like,
You put the Black Series head sculpt on it?
well, I actually haven't tried, but I suppose you could if you heated it up and popped it off. But
I do
just
like
saying.
I guess-
the hair, like the fight, like where he's been fighting. the
That looks
Slither
really
hair.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like all the alt hands and stuff that come with them too. Just a lot more posing options, I would say.
Yeah.
And like
$30 is pretty solid.
Yeah, I find the robe really cumbersome on the Jabeam Kenobi body as well.
Sure.
So this one's much better. Anyway, I got something that'll make Zach upset though.
You got a
Happy
McDonald's toy?
Little Happy Meal action. Little $10 R2D2 for the desk.
I mean, that's how much TVC figures should be.
Exactly. I only buy TVC when they're appropriately priced. That's the key. So
Is that going to go in your cantina
I was gonna
or on
say,
the outside
but,
of it?
you know.
Your-
that's if I back the Cantina.
Oh, you haven't done it? I thought you did.
I was thinking about it, but after talking about it on my show, I think I'm actually gonna buy the Lego set instead. I'm kind of leaning more towards getting back into Lego, which is a part of this other recent pickup / fine edition.
oh, nice.
I got the
Is
blue
that the
milk.
one from the game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it came with the blue milk. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw him in my cantina. He's gonna drink some blue milk in the cantina.
Nice.
I mean, what else would he do?
Yeah.
Where else would he do there? He's not going to drink alcohol.
No, he's a good boy.
Oh,
He's
definitely
not
not.
Good
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
He's not
Spiked
old
blue
enough to drink it, mister.
No. One tall glass of blue milk, please. That's all I got for today.
That's
All
good.
right. All right.
Yeah, I only got one thing, and it's not even Star Wars, so I don't even know what to tell you. But I got my ferret. Fun fact: ferrets are illegal to own in California. So if anyone tells California that I got one,
You bad boy.
Oh, they're going to come arrest you.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly don't know what the penalty for owning a ferret. But yeah, I got the GI Joe Cobra ferret. It comes with this cool little female Cobra Trooper driver, and her helmet has like fangs on it, which I thought was really neat.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was messaging Dan. He's like, I mean, we both kind of agree on our view on here. It has a shocks, which is neat, but it can't turn the wheels, which kind of like I'd rather have the
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's
than
odd.
shocks. But he ruined the helmet for me. He's like, it kind of looks like a duck with fangs, and now all I see is Count Duckula. But I love the ferret. It's good, but that's all I got this week. I did not have a very good week in terms of buying stuff, but next episode, you watch out. I got stuff coming. I got
a lot of stuff in the mail. All right.
I got stuff in the mail.
Stuff and
All right, so I don't have a lot. I have a couple things. First, I'll start off with the Dragon Ball Z SH Figure Arts Son Gohan.
Nice.
I was looking forward to this one. This is probably my favorite, or one of my favorite looks for Gohan in the Piccolo type outfit. So hyped about that. Haven't opened it yet. I need to find some time. And
that's
then
definitely one of my next Dragon Ball pickups is that one.
it's so good. And then this technically isn't a Black Series figure, but it also kind of is, right? I got the custom AliExpress 212th Airborne Clone Trooper. It's so sick, though. Look how sick it is.
Who's got two thumbs and hates it?
I didn't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, Wilbon's got it too. It looks so cool. Like, it needs to be dirtier, of course. The bag needs some paint on it, but I mean, for the price, it is a little overpriced being a knockoff, but visually on the shelf, it looks so good.
It's $30.
It is way too much for what it is.
But it's so cool looking, though. And you know what I realized? So my Instagram account got banned last July, like 3rd or something.
Oh man, we're coming up. That's crazy.
But it was posting the 212th clones that got me banned. So within like a week, I got another 212th on the almost a week to the year.
Don't post it on Instagram.
No, this is a TikTok only. I don't even do Instagram anymore. I'm a TikTok guy now. I do Instagram a little bit. And then next up, for $49, the Star Killer set.
Nice.
I almost bit again. It's hard to pass up for being that cheap.
I know, it was like
buying the 2 stormtroopers and you get the Star Killer for free. Like that's good.
Two troopers, Star Killer, and all the accessories for free. I'm really excited about the base again because I can use it for another Dragon Ball Z figure if I need to, which is really important.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I kind of want to keep it in the packaging though. It's so sick.
It is sleek packaging. Yeah.
And it'd be cool to have Sam Witwer sign it one day, maybe if he ever goes to a convention close to us, maybe ICC Con.
Maybe.
But yeah, those are all my fine editions. I don't have a whole lot or anything. But so yeah, just those 3. And so I did want to say before we get going to our news and all that, Wilbon, you kind of, I don't know if you're ready to announce. Are you ready to announce the guests you have coming up, or is it too soon?
I would kind of want to save that.
Okay, you're saving it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was public info or not yet.
Not quite.
Okay.
Not me.
Give it time.
Everybody, just go sub to Monday Night Figure Ball on YouTube, and you'll see.
We'll talk about it after show, Mike.
He's gonna get George Lucas on, everybody. George Lucas is coming on.
He's coming on Figgy Ball.
That's right.
With Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're gonna talk Black Series, man. They don't even care. You know who's a big Black Series collector? Is Harrison Ford. Surprisingly, huge collection.
Loves.
Oh yeah, he loves Star Wars.
Loves Star Wars
collecting in general.
Yeah.
So we do have, Mike. We can officially say that the email segment has been saved.
Oh man, we got so many emails.
Should we do all of them, or should we do
no.
We do all of them.
Let's
Okay,
do them.
so
Let's do them all. Some of them aren't that big. One of them's from Nate, and I barely even want to count that one. That's like your mom sending you something. Like, thanks, mom.
right. This could have just been a text, right? This could have just been a text.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you to everybody who sent an email. If you want to send us an email and get your question on the show, that's blackseriescantina@gmail.com. We have another one from Commander Cook. He says, do you ever think they will, or do you already have plans to make any Star Wars costumes, whether it be the 501st or just for fun? If so, what costume? And then, so first off, I'm not a cosplayer or anything, so that's a no on me. Mike, are you ever
hard no? I do not.
No.
I don't even dress up for Halloween, man. I got nothing going on there.
Wilbon, are you working on a cosplay for ICC Con?
No way. I am putting together some sort of Halloween costume when we go to Disney World, because we're doing the Halloween After Dark thing where you can dress up and stuff. And I'm gonna be a pirate, so I'm gonna work on that costume.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Other than that, no.
So Commander Cook also asks, I know when the podcast first began, Zach reached out to see if someone would like to become a co-host, and that's how he got Mike. My question, though, is for you, Zach. Are there any other potential candidates that you got DMs from? I really wish I had that account still so I could go back and look specifically. I wouldn't really want to out them on the show anyways, saying that like they know who they are, but I can tell you in a couple of names in a DM one day, but definitely not. I don't want to talk about that necessarily on the podcast. But Mike definitely was the best choice, and as we've seen on the podcast, it's been very successful. That's part of that. A lot of that's due to Mike. So I made the right choice.
Or in spite of Mike.
Yeah, maybe the ceiling. Like maybe you give us a ceiling, right? I wouldn't say so. But I would say that the podcast almost didn't even happen. We kind of talked about it, and we're like, yeah, we'll talk about it, and then we didn't for like 6 months, and then I sent a message and was like, hey, you ready to do that?
Heck yeah! I was just standing by. I was like, I'm here, whenever.
A lot of people probably don't know that the very first time me and you ever spoke to each other was episode 1 of the podcast.
That's true.
Literally. We had a couple of DMs back and forth.
Yeah.
But we didn't do a phone call. We didn't hop on for a practice conversation.
No.
See if we had chemistry.
Oh, it was so scary. Yeah. And like, I didn't know if he even was a good person. Like,
oh no, there was no
I didn't know anything about this guy other than he collected Black Series.
Yeah. So that's always funny because I think it's cool though, because if you go back and listen to episode 1 through now, it kind of people can probably see our relationship grow. I don't even want to go back and listen to the early episodes. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day. All right, next question. This one's from some guy named Nathan. I don't know exactly who that is, or if he has like a show out there. I have no idea. Has 3D printing changed your collecting habits at all? Passing on more to save space for 3D prints? So for me, it definitely has changed the way I collect. I feel like I buy doubles for stuff that I want to display on a 3D print rather than have like people be flanked by troopers on the shelves out here. Like I care about buying figures more now to have them displayed on a 3D print, unless they're figures that are like really awesome that I want on the shelf. But it's definitely changed the way I see getting, especially when I buy duplicates, because I really only get duplicates now if I can do something in a 3D print. I'm not just buying 2 to put on the shelf now like it used to be. Now, especially with the way I'm doing these shelves, I'm really not seeing a need to have multiple of specific clones, because if I don't have clones with their generals or anything, or Stormtrooper, like Death Troopers behind Krennic, they're on different shelves. They're with Stormtroopers and Krennic's on the Imperial Leaders shelf. I don't really feel the need to have 2, but the 2 I have are different. It's got the Pauldron and the blank one, the archive one.
Yeah.
So it's changed the way I collect with that. Wilbon, you do that as well?
Yeah. Like today, we'll get into the news, but like I pre-ordered the 2 army building sets, the Rebel Trooper and the Stormtrooper. I pre-ordered 2 of those because I want to print the Tantive 4 hallway. And normally, I mean, like, I would order more Stormtroopers if they just put those out. But like for the Rebel Fleet Trooper, I wouldn't necessarily army build that unless I had a print in mind. So
yeah, and the reason I kind of am changing my entire like shelf display is because I had everything separated by film, but a lot of my 3D prints are taking characters from A New Hope, like the entire Cantina, the trash compactor, the Tantive 4 hallway, to where it's like A New Hope shelf is almost empty compared to all the other shelves. So why do I need to buy multiples to put them on the shelf and the 3D prints when I can just split it up by factions on the shelf and then buy multiple for 3D prints? And then also Return of the Jedi shelf. It was literally like the Emperor and then some Endor stuff. So I was like, well, why don't I just do the bunker 3D print, and then I can just have the Emperor and the Stormtroopers that are there, on the factions shelf, because I have, Vader and the Emperor's throne room up here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
3D printing.
3D printing has changed the way
jump in here.
I collect too. When you're printing the 3Ds out in this like bags.
It's so satisfying to watch it finish.
It's so satisfying to watch the 3D printing.
Mike's 3D print is when he gets like a package in the mail and he opens it.
You 3D printing's changed the way I collect in the terms of like I now have some 3D print options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One day.
But great question.
Day.
Thank you, Nathan. Whoever that Nathan guy is. I might see him this weekend. You never know. Somehow they convinced me to go ziplining. I might not make it to next episode. Wilbon, you might have to replace me on Black Series Cantina because I might not make it through that. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous.
Justin's gonna cut.
They're gonna cut my rope.
Yeah.
It's a setup. It's a setup. All right. Next email. I don't necessarily think I'm gonna read all of this, but this is from, I think, Lane Linsel. So appreciate the email, but I'll try to skim through it. Hello there, guys, from across the pond in sunny Scotland, answering the call to the Autobots to keep the email segment alive. I've only recently discovered the podcast, and I've been a keen listener and fan of the show. Okay.
Great Transformers reference. Just throwing it out there.
Great. Yeah, top tier Transformers.
Yeah, top tier Transformers. Yeah.
Listening to you both discuss the latest reveals and your purchases always makes me feel inspired and excited about my own collection and upcoming pickups. It really was a delight to discover a dedicated podcast to collecting the Star Wars Black Series. So I can promise me or Mike did not write this email. We are not emailing.
And my mom didn't write this. My dad certainly didn't write this.
Wilbon didn't write this.
Lane goes on to say, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong since this person is from Scotland. So email us back. Let me know if I'm butchering this.
Well, you have
remember,
to just
I am from
Scottish
Kentucky.
Just read the whole thing in a Scottish accent.
Oh, there's no way. I'd find a way to get canceled somehow if I did that. Something would be bad.
You somehow made it racist. How?
The email continues. It says, ever since I was a child, I collected the 3.75-inch figures, and up until 2019, I had a huge display of characters and vehicles. But when The Mandalorian Season 1 aired, so the person goes to say, I looked into the 6-inch line of Star Wars once Mandalorian came out, and then the final turning point was the desperate attempt to find Mandalorian, and then couldn't find him in TVC. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
So he went with the superior scale and just went ahead and made the jump.
Well, he said, I took the plunge and I purchased 8 Black Series figures on eBay as a bundle, including the coveted Mandalorian, and so began my Black Series collection. Inevitably, to make space for this rapid growing collection throughout 2020's COVID lockdown, I sold all of my 3.75-inch figures. Big W to you, Lane.
Huge W.
Big W. The
Big
funds I raised, big W. The funds I raised went into collecting in the new hobby. And with the social world shutdown, I threw a lot of extra resources into growing the collection quite quickly. Now, almost 5 years later, I have a huge and mostly up-to-date collection of Black Series. That's impressive, if that's true. That's really impressive. I have also found myself buying a few customs, high-quality diorama scenes, something I wish Hasbro would invest more time into for the future. Sometimes I have flutters of regret, especially when I see TVC getting so many cool dioramas and playsets. Needless to say, I love Black Series, and it's always a thrill to get a new figure finally when it arrives, or when I make a purchase at local Forbidden Planet store in Glasgow. Keep up the good work, and may the force be with you, Lane. So appreciate the email, and big congrats on stepping out of the darkness and into the light, into the Black Series 6-inch way back when. And thank you for being a obviously very dedicated listener of the podcast. So we have one more fan email, and that is from Figs and Bricks. Hello, Mike and Zach. Big fan of the podcast. I had an idea for your episode before San Diego Comic-Con. I think it would be fun if you both came up with predictions for Hasbro reveals at San Diego, then see who got the most right after the convention. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Keep up the great work. P.S. I'd like to point out Return of the Jedi Boba Fett for your consideration for Black Series Cantina Hall of Fame. Thank you, Figs and Bricks, Tyler.
It's always in consideration.
Yeah, that's in consideration for sure. That's interesting. But yeah, maybe we'll definitely make some predictions for San Diego Comic-Con. Probably next pod, maybe.
Probably. It's at the end. It's in a month.
It's like
It's at the end of July.
Right? Yeah.
End of July, yeah. So we have two more, but the second one is the one like right before Comic-Con. So we probably will do it in the next episode, yeah.
Yep. So thank you for all the emails. Be sure to email us, blackseriescantina@gmail.com. Don't let the email segment die. It's died before, just like TVC's died before and somehow came back and then died and then came back. Don't let that happen. Keep the segment alive. And blackseriescantina@gmail.com. Wilbon, I expect to have an email from you next podcast.
I'll crank one.
All right, so we can jump into the news segment now. Or as Wilbon calls it on Monday Night Figure Ball, the Hammerhead highlights. Is that true?
Right.
I like it. I like that. It's a good. We're not stealing it.
I mean, we call our recent pickups recent additions. So I mean, it's like fine editions, recent editions. We're just mashing everything together.
We'll call ours. We'll change fine editions to Snaggletooth Snags.
That's not bad. That's not
good.
bad.
That's pretty good.
Wilbon might steal that.
Yeah.
Wilbon might steal that. All right, so I figured in the news segment we could do just kind of an update on the HasLab. Right now it's at 6,136 backers.
It's
out
of
the 8,000
80% or so.
So I do have something else to plug for my show. We will be live when this project concludes that Monday night. So if you're looking,
I want to be on that episode.
I was about to say, can I hop on too?
Yeah,
Can I hop on too?
We'll make it a party stream for sure.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, so 2 spots are there. Me and Mike were claimed.
I specifically want Mr. Coffee's spot. I want to replace him. He's not allowed on when I'm on.
We'll have the Black Series Cantina takeover of Monday Night Figure Ball.
There we go. Perfect.
Mr. Coffee, if you're listening or watch, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, where are you all at? Like, how confident are you all this thing is going to get back? And if so, how many do you think it's going to hit any tiers? What do you all think?
It's not losing any. I'm pretty confident it's going to get backed. If it can get backed within the next like week or so, if something happens and it can like skyrocket up within the next, I would say 7 or 8 days, I think it will shoot up really fast after that, because once it's a sure thing that it's happening, then you get people buying extras for resale and things like people that wouldn't have backed it at all will jump in to get those in to have resale numbers. Big Bad Toy Store will back more, like all of that stuff.
If it's anything like the previous HasLabs, which I'm sure it will be, it'll be like Pletho says, like the hockey stick graph, where like the very end, there's like the huge turn upward. But I worry about the tiers, and I'm ruling out the Wolfman at this point. I don't think that's going to happen. I just think there's not enough time, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I hope it gets there. I think Wolfman would be awesome. I think a Chowman would be cooler.
I agree.
I'm just gonna say I don't hope that it fails. I want to go on record and say that, unlike some people out there who actively hope that things that I want to not fail, I don't hope
I
that
wonder
this
what happened
fails.
with that.
But I will say, if it does fail, sorry.
Oh my god!
No, I'm so sorry.
You're gonna get canceled.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a joke. I genuinely hope it doesn't fail. I want the people that I like who want this stuff to get something that they want, because I don't lose out on anything from you getting it whatsoever.
I don't know. You went full. 180 there.
I did. I was like, I had like an imperial cat. I had an emperor cackle on there.
Broke out the supervillain laugh.
I did.
Yeah.
It just came out. I'm like, what do I say? What am I going to say here? And a laugh bubbled out. Just like, there are certain people that I will rub it. It'll be fun to use it
Oh,
as ammunition.
Oh yeah.
We
You know,
had the
yeah,
rainbow
if
thrown
it-
on our faces for years at this point.
For years.
So, yeah,
But-
right
but-
back at you with the cantina, you know?
But I hope I don't have that ammunition. But if I do have the ammunition, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
For sure.
If they put
just
it in the
gonna.
chamber,
Yeah.
I'm emptying the
Yeah.
chamber. I'm emptying the clip on that.
Yeah.
One for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But again, I hope I don't use it. I hope I hope it's not there to use.
100%.
But like if the Wolfman doesn't fund, I will be asking people how they're enjoying their Wolfman a lot.
100%.
How are they enjoying their empty cantinas
Yeah.
Yeah.
when it hits one tier?
Yeah.
Or if it hits one tier?
I have fun filling it out with 30-year-old Power of the Force figures. at
Yeah.
this
But again, you know, it is going to suck if they don't get Greedo. It's going to suck that they probably, you know, they'll get a Han and they'll get a Luke.
There's be
And
an
they're not
empty chair that Han is sitting across from no one in the cantina.
He's just taking pot shots.
Yeah.
Just empty pot shots at the wall.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I'm glad they didn't make one of the Tonica sisters like tier 1 and the other one like tier 2. So like the odds that you only get one Tonica sister.
Could you imagine if they only got one? That would suck.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
But it would be cool if it was the opposite one from whatever the small one was, the Action Fleet one or whatever.
So they had to keep it.
So yeah. And they're the same scale if you force perspect it. Just
Amazing.
yeah.
All right, so moving on to some Black Series. We had Matt_Beastie posted these in the Out of the Basement Discord, and then I think some of them hit Reddit, and then they
They did. I saw them on Reddit first.
Yeah, because I asked whoever posted them there, I said, can you take a picture of the head underneath the hood? And they were like, no, I can't. And I was like, oh, thanks for nothing. But yeah, these in-hand pictures of Darth Sidious look amazing. And first we'll talk about how random is it that they're using the Book of Boba Fett body underneath? It's like
It's very
So
random.
odd.
very random.
I mean, I don't
it
think
works. It's solid.
It works. And honestly, here's the thing.
Leaked. I've got him right here.
It doesn't matter whose body they use. No one's going to display this without the robe on. So it wouldn't make sense for them to have all completely new tooling for stuff that you're not going to see.
You're not going to 3D print the desk and chair that he flips backwards and he's like feet up after Yoda flips him and just have him pose like that. That's how
Yep, I'm not going to do that. No. I actually was kind of expecting like a Count Dooku under there instead of a Luke Skywalker, just because I feel like they'd be a little more Sithy. I don't know, like maybe I don't know, but
He
it's
was
fine.
Luke all along underneath there.
It was Luke all along. It's like in Empire Strikes Back when he kills Vader and like his head explodes and you see his face. But this time Luke kills the Emperor and then he goes, "What? Those are my legs.
Flies up and his legs.
Those are my legs."
Yeah, Dooku's probably too tall.
Probably is. I guess the Emperor is kind of he's a short king
Short king. That's right.
because Luke's a short king.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is
Book of
perfect
Boba Fett legs.
reuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never gonna see it. So
And also it's a new body. Like I'm glad they didn't put the Emperor body under there again. Like it's got modern articulation with like the newer knees and whatnot. So
Yeah, this will help for whenever if you have him fighting Yoda in a display or something, you can actually get a little bit of a good pose.
although the little
be
skirt
nice.
is kind of annoying because if you do ever like print out a chair or whatever, like he can't really sit.
This one,
yeah, like sit like
I mean,
that.
I guess that
but
just kind of
that's not terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible.
I mean, his dress is bunching up, and I hate it when that happens.
What is it with his dress hiked up like that? He looks like he's on the toilet.
It does. It looks like he's on
it
a
really
toilet.
does.
Yeah, it's like he's on a training potty.
He's dropping that Count Duke.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. We need to move on. But let's talk about the hair real quick. So it's nice to see that it's not some weird sculpted with the hood. Because I know some people were concerned whenever it was a plastic hood, it'd be sculpted all together.
It was hard to tell. Yeah.
Yeah. So thankfully that's not the case. And we could we do have. I know we saw some pictures of the head turning after you look a little closer, but it's nice to see actual confirmation that the head has full range, or mostly range of movement there. But yeah, I'm excited about this. This is probably the figure I'm most looking forward to right now. What about you all? Is this it, or is there another one on the way? Aside from the pack that was released, that we're going to talk about soon.
I'm all in on this figure. It looks great.
Is there a different figure you're looking more forward to, though, right now?
Oh, then the Sidious from Black Series?
Apart from the SDCC set that got revealed today, apart from that, obviously. But
I'd say this is number one. I mean, it's Revenge of the Sith, number one. Like, we've been wanting that forever. So
it's half of what I'm looking forward to, because when I get that Clones of the Republic Yoda, I'm going to display that with this.
Oh, yeah. Luke has a really good, because they fight in his office,
They do.
So Luke has a good office print. I might try to do some of that stuff.
What I really want, though, is I want a Senate chair that they can throw back and forth at each other.
Yeah.
That's a HasLab I want to see. I want to see a HasLab Senate with 1,000 pods, a 6-inch scale HasLab Senate.
Just like your entire bedroom collection.
Well, instead of that, if Hasbro wants to make a version of Palpatine that is the Senate, then that would also be acceptable. I would
I guess.
Oh yeah.
I think a Senate pod would be pretty cool, though. I'm just saying.
There's, I think, is it either Imprint or Charvies? I think Charvies has a pretty good pod. Maybe we can buy the file or something, or we can all individually buy the file. I'm moving on to reveals. All right, Black Series Cantina episode 74 reveals. First up.
Late last night.
Don't everybody get all excited.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I feel like anyone that looked at this and got their hopes dashed, they did it to themselves, because this is exactly what Hasbro announced, and it's exactly what Hasbro gave us. Like anything else that you thought would be cool for them to do for this 2-pack, the Rebel Fleet Trooper and Stormtrooper, and Hasbro didn't do it, like, it's kind of on you for getting your hopes up, because by now you really shouldn't have.
And this line in particular of this army building line is going to be very minimal, not
specifically.
Yeah. It's basically just reissues at this point that are just bundled together in a cheaper box so they can sell you two. And for army building purposes, it's great. But I do really want a few of these little upgrades, especially for the Rebel Fleet Trooper. But
Sure.
I understand why not in this set.
Yeah, this specific one is definitely best for people who maybe only have one or two of the Fleet Troopers. Yeah, for Mike specifically. I have 3. So right now on my Tantive display, when they're fighting Vader, I kind of do a little bit of magic, or kind of make the faces look the other way, so you can't really tell it's the same person. So I would be in on this if it were a different head sculpt, but unfortunately it's not. So I'm passing, and I have plenty of the Stormtroopers. I'm always down for another one if they ever release it, but if this had a different head on the Fleet Trooper, I'd 100% be in for probably 2 of them.
I'm a little disappointed more with the Stormtrooper than with the Rebel Fleet Trooper, because I assumed that we were just going to get the regular Rebel Fleet Trooper that we already got. Like, it sucks. Would I have loved a different head? Absolutely. People that are like, oh man, they should have done interchangeable heads. Are you kidding me? Like, sure, you're not wrong, but like, they're not going to do that for this. They'll do that if they do a whole new one, but not for this. That's
not
ridiculous.
For these packs.
Yeah.
I could see them eventually doing a deluxe one like they did the newer one.
Yeah,
maybe they'll do a really nice version with
have them do the hat, There's ways they could do it, but there's no way that they would do it for this. But I am a little disappointed with the Stormtrooper, because it's the Mandalorian version of the Stormtrooper instead of the original trilogy version. And it's mostly just the gun, the blaster he comes with. It's got the light and the extended magazine on it, versus the original trilogy blaster, the classic. Yeah. And I would have liked it if they'd put a holster on there.
A
Like
holster.
we've got enough stormtroopers without them. Like they were mixed. A lot of people think that they all had them. They didn't, but they also didn't all not have them. So I wouldn't mind having that mixture on my shelf. And if they had done that, if they'd released the stormtrooper with like just the holster on there, I would have bought 2 of these just for that. Mm-hmm. But again, I don't expect anything new out of these packages.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good army builders though. If people, people.
Sure, I'm in for one. I pre-ordered one today.
Yeah, I only had I wanted to have 4 of each for my Tantive 4 hallway that I'm gonna print. So I did pick up 2 of these, and I'm gonna head swap the fleet troopers
Smart.
for other stuff.
What? So you don't have clones? You don't want clones?
No, not necessarily. These aren't clone troopers. But I'm gonna look around at like my local con and see if I can find some nice loose figures that I can just use for fodder for head swaps. Mm-hmm. It'll be fun.
Yeah, Lance or Luke did a good one where he has Stone Cold Steve Austin's head and he's just screaming while he's getting killed.
I got a Kurt Angle figure the other day that has a screaming head. I think I might repurpose it for this. That might work.
There you go. And then you
Sounds
can just
like we're going.
I think you drop
go to the
it
store,
down
get some
low so you
wrestling.
can't tell it's Stone Cold. Yeah.
Get a bunch of wrestling figures and just have
Just pop the
Rebel
head.
Fleet wrestlers.
Yeah.
All right. So now, anybody else have any last minute words on these 2 packs?
I'm in for 2.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, it's exactly what they advertised. It was a troop builder with a Rebel Fleet trooper and a stormtrooper. You're either excited by that or you're not. It's really nothing to. I'm not excited about it, but I did buy one.
It's okay. It's not ideal, but I'll take it for my display. And
I did have a weird experience trying to pre-order it today because it was Hasbro did the whole Pulse Premium exclusive thing for an hour, and I'm a Pulse Premium member. In fact, I just had to renew my Pulse Premium membership a couple weeks ago because it expired. And I went to pre-order it, and they're like, "No, you're not a Pulse Premium member." I was like, "The hell, I'm not." What? Yeah. So
You got to
I sent them an email. I'll be like, "What's up?" And they haven't gotten back to me yet. But I did. I just went ahead and did it again. I figure I'll get one refunded or they'll credit me an extra year. But like I didn't.
If you're lucky.
I didn't want to miss out on this, and I knew I wouldn't. I knew it wouldn't be a thing, and it was me being stupid. But I also wanted the free shipping. Like I'm not going to pre-order it if I don't get free shipping.
Yeah.
So, but it was really weird. It was like for a full hour this morning. I was like, "What's going on?" Like I know I just re-upped it, but and I know that it took money out of my account when I did it, but they didn't credit my account with it. It's really weird.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you need that fixed. I
emailed them. Well, I'm not letting this slide. I'm not letting that $50 go.
Mike's gonna do his hate video on his YouTube channel.
You got it.
If they don't work this out.
You got it.
Better threaten them.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
I'm the Mike Case. Duh.
All right, so now let's jump into the best reveal of the day.
This was
by
wild
far, because
this was
2, and
wild.
This came out of nowhere.
And
Of course, that is the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 Darth Maul and Sith Speeder. I'm ecstatic for this set. I'm so hyped. I
didn't
insanely
expect
hyped.
this. Yeah.
Somehow, vehicles have returned in the Black Series. And first off, before we dive in really to the actual set, I want to say, is this not exactly what me, Mike, Out of the Basement, Wilbon, and his show, Lukeness, Lane Speeder Luke, is this not what we've been asking for years on end at this point? Like small vehicles, speeder bikes, like smaller scale world building vehicles in the Black Series. You can make it your con exclusive, so you don't have to mass produce it and lose money like you did the Snow Speeder and all that. This is what we've been asking for. Finally, Hasbro has delivered. What are y'all's initial thoughts on that specifically? Like, this is right, this is what we've been asking for years.
Yep.
It's a new Maul on a small vehicle. It's an absolute win.
Yeah, I don't have any notes. This is exactly what I wanted. We did have a little bit of discussion about, do you need that 3-pack if you get this?
Yeah, that's true. So before we talk about that specifically, let's dive into the set, because I have comparison pictures at the end of this slideshow. But I did have this picture at the start. I liked how it's kind of a throwback. It's an homage to the
12-inch one, right?
12-inch one from back in the day. And it looks just like it, because it's got the episode 1, the Darth Maul Sith speeder in the same exact spot. And he's facing the same way.
I love the callback. That episode 1 packaging. It's just so nostalgic for me. Like, I was 6 or 7 in 1999, so like I was the prime age to be obsessed with Phantom Menace stuff. So this is right up my alley.
Yeah, I love how the background has got that Tatooine background, and all the red and black is just so sick. I love how it's a specific callback to this, even like with the blade on the left side. I think they did that for intentionally also. But yeah, this is sick. Do you all think the color of the speeder is, because I know they're using the concept art / photo reference. I think Luke pointed out in our group chat that it's more of like the reference guide version rather than the version on screen. Because I think the version on screen is like a gray, like grayish real world toned style. How do you all feel about that?
It's more reminiscent of the old toy than the actual vehicle itself.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool because it's in nostalgia packaging anyway. So it kind of has that appeal there. But I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me personally.
Yeah, I still really like it. I don't know if I would do it, but I wouldn't mind if I sent it to somebody and they wanted to, put a dark wash or paint it up. But I'll probably just keep it as is. I still like, it's got that toyetic feel to it, I still really like it. Mike, how in are you on this set?
I mean, I've always since day one just seen him on a rocking horse. He's just on a rocking horse.
But see, now you could put Kid Anakin in front of it and have him about to run
He's
him.
gonna run him over.
Laying down.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the original toy had a little hole for the lightsaber to go through, so that he could have like the lightsaber on while he's going. And I kind of wish this had that, but I'm in on it. This is exactly what I want to support in the line. It's the exact kind of vehicle I think works in the line. It comes with the binoculars. It comes with a little cool Sith probe droid. Like I don't really
for the forward and the speeder.
Yeah, like this is exactly what I want.
Yeah, and so what do you think about the price? $60. I think some people are saying that's too high. I personally I don't give a damn. This thing could have been overpriced.
I think that's fine.
And I'm kind of blind to the price of this. I would just pay whatever they want me to pay, honestly.
Well, the last time
that's being a shill, but
the last time that we got something like this was the Amazon speeder bike, and that was $50. I feel like the speeder bike and the Sith speeder are pretty comparable in terms of like paint and parts and stuff. But I feel like you get a lot more out of this figure. You get the more accessories. It's a brand new figure as opposed to being a figure that they've released a bunch of times before. I think 60 is about right. Would I have preferred 50? But it's a con exclusive. You have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's like $10 upcharge for the exclusiveness of it.
Yeah. So they make fewer of these, which means that they make fewer on each one because of the production. So I think $60 is not an unreasonable price. Is it a little bit higher? Sure, but that speeder bike also came out in 2021? That was 3 years ago.
Yep.
You could look at it as instead, if you want to go for this instead of the 3-pack to get a new mold, if you don't want to wait for a single release, this is a cheaper option. Although it is slightly different than that Darth Maul, and you don't get the other Jedi. But if you just want a new Maul, that's the way to get one.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm really excited about this set. So now I have this picture. So the version on the left here is the one that comes in the 3-pack, and the picture of the right is this Sith Speeder Con exclusive pack. And as you can see, the version on the left has the rubber, hard goods for the skirt, and then the right has the soft goods so it can sit down. So that's basically the only difference. The head sculpts are exactly the same.
Also, he has that little bracelet.
Yeah, and he has the bracelet for the calling the probe and all that.
That's his friendship bracelet for that.
It's a slap bracelet that he can just put on. Yeah.
So how are you all? I have the 3-pack on pre-order.
Yep.
And I'm questioning whether or not to cancel that, and this kind of goes back to the whole how does your collection change with 3D printing, and I'm thinking about keeping it because I want to do Luke's Phantom Menace hallway, the Trade Federation hallway, where when they're fighting the Droideka, and since I'm getting an extra Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, have them fight that in their cloaks because they have their cloaks on and their robes on in that scene, fighting the Droideka on the shelf, and then that means I'll have Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan for the shelf, and I'll have a Maul for each one and a speeder. So, but I don't know. I can't really decide right now.
I would actually
the 3-pack or.
I'm keeping the 3-pack. I'm getting both. I actually would want one dedicated for the Sith Speeder, and then I would want one for the shelf. Mm-hmm. So I've got 2 spots on my shelf for this guy. My first thought when we started talking about this, when you showed this picture, is I kind of wish that the new one had a different face. It looks like they have the same face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I wish they had done a different face for it. But Pletho, the lightsabers absolutely do attach. You can see that they attach at the ends right there.
Yeah, the little plug on the one on the left there in his right hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is a hype reveal. I'm super stoked for this.
Yo, for sure. I mean, the Sith Speeder alone, like if they had just released the Sith Speeder for $60, I still probably would have gotten it. I'm going to be honest. I probably would have. Yeah.
We're at the point with vehicles where beggars can't be choosers at this.
I mean, what are your what are your options? Someone 3D printing it? Yeah. Someone 3D printing and painting it, it's going to cost more than $60.
Easily
to do that. So I'll take a $60 speeder.
Look at that. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. SH Figure Arts. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, $200, not counting the figure. Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, I'm so in on this. We need more of this stuff in the Black Series. Small vehicles. We need the Bark Speeder, the little ATRT for the clones.
Sure.
Yeah, more of this stuff, and make them con exclusive so they don't have to.
Yeah. A stap. I would love a stap.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would be in on 3 staps. Even if they were $60 a piece, I'd be in on 3 staps just to have them.
Because you can put your droid, you could put your Clone Wars Anakin or something on it.
All of that. There are so many people that ride staps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, staps a no-brainer.
I want that Dooku speeder from Attack of the Clones next.
That too.
That'd be good.
Honestly, I'm sure you could buy this and turn it into the Dooku speeder. They're pretty similar.
They're very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a 3D printing kit over top of this.
Yeah.
So, is there anyone other than me that's maybe looking to get 2 of these? One to open on the shelf, one to keep nostalgic packaging.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do the same, Zach. It's that nostalgia packaging. Like I'm gonna.
The packaging gets me every time.
Me too, man. Like I have all the other Phantom Menace carded figures, so I mean, just add another to the set at that point.
Just one for me. I'll be fine with just one because I'm gonna be in on the 3-pack, and honestly, I can't rule out the single version release because I don't think they'll do a mass release of the Sith Speeder. I'm pretty sure this is going to be con exclusive.
It's probably just this, yeah.
Because I mean, and to kind of back that up, 2 years ago, the G.I. Joe team kind of did the same thing. They released a Serpentor with his little air chariot, and people were assuming that we were going to get that in the line that wasn't a convention exclusive version, and we never did. Like the San Diego Comic-Con was the only way to get that convention exclusive that figure. Period. So I think this is going to be a convention exclusive, like just as a set. They are going to have the Darth Maul by itself, but I don't.
I'm thinking that one may have a different head because remember when they did Cad Bane, the 2-pack, and then the single release, those had different heads.
That's true.
Could be.
Also,
So
I know, Mike, we probably want to talk about this. Why are people upset that, and you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
People seem to be upset that Hasbro announced this while the 3-pack is still up for pre-order and nobody has been charged for it yet.
I can't believe it.
Because, like, if anything, respect to Hasbro for giving us the option to cancel that and get this one if we want this
Why
Darth
would
Maul instead.
Why would you be mad about that? It gives you more options. Like,
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like,
pro-consumer at that point.
like
come on.
if Hasbro wanted to be a huge douchebag about it, they could have waited until everybody's charged $75 for that 3-pack and then announce this one as wait for it to be a PulseCon or something like that later down the road. But, we're getting it. So you can cancel the 3-pack if you don't want it.
Plenty of
And you
time.
can get
Plenty of time to cancel.
For sure.
Yep. So, yeah. Any last minute thoughts on the Darth Maul and Sith Speeder? I think it's a big W for Black Series. Small vehicles are back. So it's fun because that's kind of fun as a collector because it doesn't like whenever for the longest time it felt like we were wasting our time talking about like what vehicles could we get in the line. It just seemed like but now it's like we can actually talk about these small vehicles and maybe it's an actual possibility.
Well, I was gonna say you have to show up for this. If it sells well, it's gonna send that message to Hasbro like, hey, we're cool with this stuff again.
All right, you convinced me. I'm buying 2, and my wife's buying 2, and my cousin. I'm gonna have the entire shelf dedicated to like 6 or 7, maybe 8 of these.
The shill accusations have never been stronger right now.
There we go.
That's
Love
what I'm
a
talking
swoop.
about.
Love an Anakin, Attack of the Clones Anakin with a swoop. Be awesome.
Or would we rather have the that guy from The Mandalorian who drives the swoop bike, the little speeder, the one that everybody hates? What's his name? Does anybody know his name? Right.
The Vespa guys?
No, the guy from that episode that Dave Filoni directed. That's absolutely trash. Of Mandalorian. The guy that sits in Han Solo's chair and has his leg up. He drives a similar swoop bike like that.
Oh, the Toro?
Toro Callahan.
Anyway, he dies.
Do we want that or Anakin? Do we want that guy or the Anakin on that?
Or give us another Jango Fett with a speeder and all of his like accoutrement, all the junk, the Boba Fett pieces.
Yep.
I'd buy. There's not many ways you could get me to buy another Jango Fett. Not Jango Fett. Sorry, I meant Mandalorian. Din Djarin. Thank you. There's not many other ways that you hold on. You see how easy that is. How someone could be talking about Star Wars. They love Star Wars. They know Star Wars, but they could say the wrong name.
How could you do that, Mike?
It's so easy to do.
Fake fan.
It's so easy. I just did it. And I love Star Wars. I dream about Star Wars.
Do you?
I fart in Star Wars underwear.
Fake fan.
Anyways.
Because you hate it so much.
I do. I hate
Star
it.
Wars
I'm
so
a
much, so
fake
you
Star
do
Wars fan.
that.
I'm just saying anyone could do it. It's so easy to say the wrong name, even though you know exactly who you're talking about. And but anyway, there's not many ways that Hasbro going to get me to buy another Din Djarin. But doing a speeder bike with all that stuff on there is 100% one way.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Cold Gear 501st with Freco speeder. All right. Some cloner action in there.
Cloner stuff. Yeah.
Cloners.
Gotta love 'em.
All right.
No, like a
So
Neo on a Bark speeder. That would go hard.
God, yeah, I would die for a Bark speeder. I
And then
almost
you could
paid
put
like
Trinity with the Neo.
yeah.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
I almost paid like $280 for a Bark speeder.
Oh.
But I held off. It was whenever we had like bought this house and we were moving in, and it was like right after it when I got back into collecting. I was like, nah, I'm holding off.
For sure, we need a Sabine from Ahsoka, the first episode, but we
need a little beatbox. You need like the sound button.
We'd need a new Sabine with some
For the song.
some better cake.
They really did. They really did her dirty on that. I feel so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They got the Hera right.
sure.
Yeah, she's fully caked, but Sabine, she got the short end of the stick on that one.
All right, so do we want to do the figure draft or Hall of Fame first?
I'm good with whatever you guys want to do. It's your thought.
Let's do Hall of Fame real quick.
Let's get the Hall of Fame out of the way, and
right.
then we'll jump into the figure draft.
All right, I have a suggestion for Hall of Fame. I'm going to throw one out there.
Yeah, throw it out.
Fennec Shand.
That's a good one.
You're always banging on the table for that figure, man.
It's one of the best figures in the entire line. Like whenever you look close at all the sculpted detail, like it's so tiny, all the sculpted detail all throughout the armor on that figure. And like even the hair, the way it's well, mine anyway, is perfectly painted. The sculpt is insane. Top, like head to toe on that figure, the sculpt is
the likeness
probably
is
the
very
best.
good too. Like it looks just like Ming Na Wen. So.
And the blaster is huge. Comes with a helmet that works and fits great. That shit's lit.
And it kind of like, the helmet kind of the visor opens and closes a little bit.
Yeah,
That's great engineering.
Perfectly functional. Yeah.
I was gonna come in with the whatever the convention exclusive Cad Bane with Toto 360.
Ooh, that's another really good one too.
But honestly, I feel like I've gotten the first few in there. So if you want it to be Fennec Shand, I think that is a good option.
We can have Wilbon. We could have Wilbon.
I've been banging on the table for the 2020 Stormtrooper since y'all started the Hall of Fame. But
that's another really good one too.
It's a great figure. So Stormtrooper is like an essential part of like any Star Wars collection, in my opinion.
Is that a hint? Is that on the list? Is that on the list for the draft?
It may or may not be.
This is my list for Black Series potential Hall of Fames, and you can see number 1 on the list is Stormtrooper 2020 right there.
Do you have a list of our VIPs down there so you remember their names?
Heck yeah,
Is that what that is?
No, it's not.
It says Kirby, Kenobi, Caleb. That's our VIP members.
That was when I was mailing figures to them. I wrote that down so I could see who got who. And then it took me like 6 months to mail them to them, but I did eventually.
I've been putting off mailing something to Nate and Justin for like 3 or 4 weeks, so I'm
They don't need anything.
No, they really don't.
Yeah, what are you sending to them that you're not sending to me? Like, come on now.
Well, they do a stream, and I was gonna send them something to open on stream.
Okay.
So that would be why.
Perfect.
So what we want to do? Fennec? I'm down with Fennec.
All right, yeah, we'll do Fennec Shand is Black Series Cantina Hall of Fame number 6. So that's our 6th one. We've got a pretty good lineup in there.
And I think our most recent one.
Yeah, because that was a 2020 figure, 2021.
It was 2021/2022. I think it came out at the end of 2021 / beginning of 2022, depending.
Isn't that the wave that means you got really early for buying it?
We did. We got it in
cases, right?
Yeah, we bought the whole case and got it in December of 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was figure of the year for me that year because that came out the same year the Clone Wars Maul came out, and I had that higher than Maul because I think it's a lot better.
No, Clone Wars Maul came out last year. Or 2022, end of 2022.
I think they might both be 2022. Did we get it in January 2022 then?
You might have put it in the same year. I didn't because I put
I think
in
since
2021.
Yeah, that's right. Because since I got it so late in December, I was like, I'm just gonna count it since most people got it in 2022.
Yeah, that's the confusion that we're having.
There we go. Yeah, I think it clears the Clone Wars Darth Maul. And the Clone Wars Darth Maul is great. It's potentially a Hall of Fame figure in itself. But the feet and legs on it, they're not the best. And I think the Fennec Shand figure head to toe is one of the best in the entire line.
I think I'm right there with you. I think I like the Fennec figure more than that.
Yeah.
All right. Fennec Shand. Put Ming Na Wen on the list. It's a Ming Na Wen.
It is a Ming Na W for sure. All right, so now
big old dub.
Now we can safely jump into the Black Series Cantina 2024 figure draft. I'm 1-0 over Mike. We'll see if Mike can redeem himself with another dub this year.
Here's
So
the
don't vote for Mike just to get it even. Vote for the best collection.
If
Make a
I
better collection
lose 3 times in a row, I'm just saying this. I shoot the moon, which means that you get all my losses.
Oh, so
A game of hearts.
if I go 3-0, you give me your
Yeah.
entire collection?
No, you get all my losses.
Oh, okay. Damn.
That's how that works.
All right, well, let's put something on the table.
These are hearts rules, baby.
Here, if you beat me, you can have this Tony Stark has a heart thing that
Give me that crappy Lego.
you have a light, or you can have the dude. If somebody wants to build that Lego for me, they can have it. Just roll some B-roll for me for TikTok. I hate that thing so much. Actually, I love that thing. Go to my TikTok, buy it once I post a video. but the bags, I'm smart. I'm a smart person. I can build a Lego set. The problem is the pieces aren't organized in the bags. They're all in different bags. So I got to search through, like they're not organized correctly. So I got to search through all the little bags.
It's because it's not
these
Lego.
little pieces.
It's one of those knockoff Temu.
It's walled-in brick.
Yeah.
But hey, I get $11 for every one sold. Go buy it in my TikTok shop if you want a cool General Grievous Lego helmet. Or you can buy this Tony Stark has a heart on my TikTok shop. And it's pretty cool. It lights up. If somebody wants this, they can probably have it too. Because I don't.
I mean, is that
know what I'm
license?
gonna do with it.
Does that have a Marvel license on it?
No, it doesn't. But it's sick though. I mean, this comes off.
That is pretty cool.
It's chargeable. You just charge it in the back, and it like.
Can you shove it in your chest?
I should be able to. I should just.
Can it power an Iron Man suit?
Right.
And save your life at the
I
same
mean, it looks like it could, right? It looks like it could. All right. Anyways, back to the draft. We need to start the draft. Enough about the TikTok shop. Actually, not enough about the TikTok shop. If you want some Star Wars Uno cards, you can also.
No, nobody wants Star Wars Uno cards.
Bro, they are sick. Look at this. Look at it. They got C3PO.
Let's Uno reverse this.
You got a Momo Nadon in there.
No, it's
wild?
main characters only, but I do have a. Can I offer you one Rey Skywalker?
Ew, no. I actually really like Ray.
All right, let's jump into this figure trash. So I guess the best way to do it might be I share my screen. How did we do it last year with who?
I think Wilbon did it.
I started doing it, but I'm terrible with Excel, so I was like, "Here, you guys just move your own picks."
All right.
Okay, so.
I trust you, Zach.
Okay.
No cheating.
Well, see, this is going to be.
I'll run the timer.
There you go.
Can I zoom in on this any to get? Whoops. Let's see where are we. I want to make it a little bigger for. I wonder if I can zoom in here.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can see it just fine.
Yeah,
I'm saying for our viewers. Yeah,
I see. I mean, I'm looking at it as if I'm a viewer.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Well, shouldn't you be looking at it with the list so you can scroll through?
No, I'm looking at it on your screen.
Oh, okay. I mean, he sent you the link in the private chat. We got the link in the private chat.
I guess I'll look through here so I can get a better idea.
And that way you could scroll up and down, and Zach can't hide figures from you.
Wilbon, you're giving away my strat. And I have it pulled up on a different screen too, so I can scroll through and look as well. Crap, that I have it on a third. I need to sign in on a.
He's got TVC figures in here.
I told you I was going to throw in some curveballs.
Oh my god.
There's some wild stuff in this thing.
You've got a bamboo 3D printer here.
You have a bamboo 3D printer in here? What the heck?
Look, it helps with your collection, all right?
So if there's a Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon,
There is. And
there's a
there's
P1P.
two there's a P1B and
There's two 3D printers in here, so somebody could take both printers if they wanted to.
Oh god.
Yeah,
All right.
that's-
All right.
There's some goofy stuff in here.
All right. So who is picking first? And are we doing it snake style or are we doing it? Like, you go for.
It's just alternating, so I guess.
All right,
so
flip
like,
a coin. Yeah, all right, flip a coin.
Yeah.
Who's got a coin they can flip? Somebody in the chat, flip a coin.
I'll flip it. Flip.
Go ahead and call it, Zach.
Coin.
Heads. Hawk 2, spin on that thing.
Hawk
Give me
to
heads.
tails.
Hawk 2 failed me.
Hawk 2. This is okay. I'm Hawk leader. So I get first?
Wilbon, you're actually an asshole for putting the Return of the Jedi 40th Vader in there.
I was gonna put ESB Vader, and I was like, wait a minute. There's another one that came out since then.
I guess
sucks.
I guess I gotta go Glavis Ringworld Mandalorian.
Glavis Ringworm.
Solid pick. So I have to do it.
Yeah, so only one person can do this.
Okay. Wilbon, I feel like you need to be doing this, but
Yeah, but I don't know how to. So what's the shortcut? I'm so bad on
it's
Excel.
Control
Control
X,
C.
Control X, and Control V.
There you go.
Okay. All right. I'll figure it out now.
All right. So
What are you thinking, Zach?
actually, Wilbon, can you share your screen so you can do the scrolls for the viewers, and I can scroll mine to look for figures?
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop sharing, and you have powers to share. So
Yeah, you got the power.
I've got the power. Share screen.
yeah, that way you can scroll and. Okay, perfect. All right, what's my timer at?
Like it's done. Pick something.
Really?
I don't know if I can do the timer and do the picks. So
Pick.
All right, I'm going with the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon.
Well, you're going with that right off the bat. That's crazy.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
It's on here.
I know.
Control X and then Control A.
V. Control V. Control V is paste.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you not know basic shortcuts, Wilbon?
Dude,
You're a human adult.
I load and unload trucks for a living, bro. I could tell you how to pack a truck, but I couldn't tell you how to do this.
I mean, give me a pallet jack. I can figure it out.
Wilbon, I can teach you how to do a data table on here if we need to.
We'll see.
If we need to do those next year.
We'll see.
I feel like I'm a good mixture between blue collar and white collar work.
All right, Mike, your time's running out.
Oh, right. I'm going to do Captain Rex Red Box 59, baby. Control X. Control V. You got it. Proud of
Go
you.
ahead and give me that Bamboo Lab P1P also. I'm gonna
Oh
take
my
all the
God. You are
dioramas.
going nuts.
I'm taking all the dioramas. I really hope there's not like an A1 mini or like a. Is that all the printers?
That is both.
You got
3D
both
printers.
printers.
Yeah, so I have, not only do I have 3D prints, I have double 3D prints because I'm doing twice as fast now. So I have 1 million 3D prints, and you only have your 2 figures. So
It's true. I'm going Crosshair.
Ooh. Where is he at?
Oh,
Right.
we're all just looking at the same. I can do it.
yeah, you can scroll and do it.
I can. All right. I didn't know we were all looking at the same thing. I just saw Wilbon's little cursor.
Oh my God, there's some crazy shit in here. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's some
All right.
wild shit in here.
Go ahead and give me that Lane Speeder Luke Patreon membership.
What the fuck? It's like whoever's voting for this. I'd like to point out that so far I have 3 figures in
But
the
I have
draft.
prints. I have prints. Honestly, that's probably a reach because there was no reason for you to even get that at all since you don't have a printer. So I probably
But the
shouldn't
thing
have
is, he
done
could have
that.
just stolen that from you, so you don't have the Landspeeder Luke files.
It's like I have printers but nothing to print.
Yeah.
There is a Sharpies in here too though. The Sharpies 3Ds.
There's Sharpies down
Membership.
there.
My God. I'm gonna go Hunter.
Hunter?
Hunter.
Bro's building solid figures over here and I yet to have a single figure.
Yep.
All right.
You're gonna have some sick prints over there.
I am. Give me. Oh, where's it at? Where's it at? I saw it. Where you said there's the Emperor and Throne is on here, right? The Emperor with Throne. I saw it on here.
I have the 40th Emperor.
Emperor Palpatine with Throne is on there. I just highlighted it.
Oh, there it is.
Let me get that bad boy. I now have a cool diorama for my Emperor and Throne. My single Black Series figure. And
you got one figure.
I'm going Wrecker.
Ricka? He's building teams over here.
I'm gonna steal. Should I steal like Tech since he's dead, so you can't have him? Or Omega?
On there? I didn't see him on there.
Yeah, Tech's on there. Give me the Return of the Jedi 40th Luke Skywalker.
Where is that?
Very top. Actually, no. I want Darth Vader. I want the Darth Vader. Return of the Jedi 40 Darth Vader.
Okay.
If that's legal, if that's a legal switch. If it's not, I understand.
I haven't tasted it yet. So
I'll give it. If you don't let go of the chess piece, it's you can undo it.
Yeah, what seasons are these? What seasons are these Bad Batch? Well, that matters.
These are the original releases in Black Series. So
Okay.
those are the like season
So
one.
for instance, next is going to be Tech mercenary gear.
Yeah. That's what you're picking?
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Give me Return of the Jedi 40th Luke Skywalker. Look at that 3D print setup right there. Look at that. I got the throne,
He built out
the
a scene.
scene.
Mike's got a nice little squad over there.
I do, because I'm gonna take Scorch next.
Ooh, nice.
Bro's cooking with gas over there for sure.
Try to get the cloner vote.
Cloner.
That's smart. Not
Cloner.
a bad strat. All right, give me Emperor's Royal Guard. Can I have two of them? Two of them, please.
You just got the one.
Just one. Just the single Royal Guard.
You could print another one if you could find a file for it.
Give me Boss.
Boss.
I'm making this very obvious here.
Full cloner.
Oh, give me. Oh shit! Where's it at? I saw it on there. Give me the. What's my timer at?
I haven't been doing the timer.
Faster.
So, yeah. Faster, more intense.
Give me the Duel's End Darth Vader.
There you go. Good pick. Good pick.
I'm gonna leave you the Infinite Darth Vader, Mike. You can have that one.
Oh, thanks. It's very nice of you.
I think there's another Vader. There's like a what is this? Oh, there's Carbonized Vader. There's Legacy Pack Vader. Oh, that comes with the early bird.
Yeah,
set.
that's set up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
pull in some like wild, just weird releases.
I like the stuff
Sure.
you have in here.
Yeah.
Professor. Yeah, there's.
I'm gonna throw it off a little bit. I'm gonna go Droideka.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. With or without the cubic 3D prints blasters, though.
He's just got the base figure right now. I gotta find it. There it is.
You can also Control F and type it in if you're really lost.
I like the hunt. I like the hunt.
Give me that 2020 Stormy.
The Stormy. I like Zach's setup right now with like just going straight up Empire. That's pretty cool. Or Return of the Jedi, however you want to look at it. So the duels.
I got multiple display options here. I got multiple.
You sure do. Give me ARC Trooper 5s.
Oh, full cloner.
I'm not kidding.
He knows what he's doing, damn it.
Jeez. Give me...
Why is there 2?
Because you copied instead of cut. Just delete it.
Yeah. Bye. All right. What now?
Oh, jeez. I cannot believe there's TVC figures in here.
Didn't you say last night put some TVC figures in there?
Yeah. Don't expose me, bro. Let me get the... Oh, no, it's too early. It's too early. I'm running out of time. I'm sorry. 1 second.
You're on the clock. The clock's running out. Pick.
Oh, give me the... There's the Ahsoka. It's the version, the Clone Wars version. It's the Padawan.
Padawan,
version, right? Not the Rebels one. There's another one on there I saw. I'm having trouble.
That's it. The Ahsoka Padawan.
Okay, yeah, that's like the maroon color, right?
Yeah, the Padawan version.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't see you had already pasted it in there. All right. No one recommends.
I'm gonna do the Super Battle Droid C-3PO 2-pack.
Nice.
Oh, I was eyeing that one.
There's some options in here if you miss a few things. Like there's clearly like a step down version for some of these figures.
Give me the Archive Anakin Skywalker. That's it.
Sometimes you gotta make do with what you have, right?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I went too early on those though. I don't know.
If we do this again next time, I'm gonna put some imports in here and make you guys pick those.
I'm like the shittiest ones.
Yeah.
Snow Speeder with Dak.
Ooh.
Oh, what? I did not see that. Oh, I know what I'm picking next.
You better not.
I actually can't decide between these two, but I think it's... All right. Give me the San Diego Comic-Con Thrawn set.
Oh, that's a good one.
I highlighted it. Yeah, there
It's all the way down there. There we go.
And then,
Holiday gingerbread. That's funny as fuck.
I gotta go with the Luke Skywalker Snow Speeder. He's got a fly.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about it. I would have stole that.
Could have. I was afraid you were going to.
Bro saw the San Diego Comic-Con Thrawn set and locked in.
All right, I'll take the Boba Fett and Han Solo Carbonite SDCC.
Where put that? It's got to be like near the bottom, right?
Yeah, let me highlight it for you. I highlighted it so you can just scroll up. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. All right.
All right. I'm gonna go Jesse.
Cloner.
Cloner.
You know, it would have been funny because you have Balin and Shin in here. It would have been funny if you did Shin with the thigh swap and then Balin without it. So Balin's short.
Balin mercenary.
I decided to go with both with the Land Speeder Luke thigh swap solution. Both of them have the thigh swapped. I could have done one with and one without. That would have been funny too.
Give me I'm gonna make up for my lack of figures by picking the Walmart Mexico 4-pack.
Oh, that's a good one.
So that's what Boba Fett, Han. It was
Boba Fett, Starship Leia.
Yeah, Boba Fett, Starship Leia. Yeah, whatever. Greedo, Han.
Greedo's in there too. Yeah.
Boba Fett and Leia. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have any Vales Toys figures in here.
That would have been fun too.
I'm gonna do Commander Wolf.
Wolf.
You've got one hell of a clone army over there, but you don't have the Padawan Ahsoka to lead them right now.
They don't need no Padawan Ahsoka to lead them. In my experience,
Where did I put that? There we go. All right, Zach.
Star Killer 3-pack.
Nice.
So I get Star Killer that goes with Vader and 2 Stormtroopers, and I have a 2020 Stormtrooper up there. I kind of regret picking that 2020 Stormtrooper now because
why not? You need more. You need a bunch of Stormtroopers to fill out those ranks.
that is
Yeah,
that is true.
and fill out those 3D prints.
I'm gonna do the Phase 2 Clone Trooper B1 2-pack.
Nice.
Okay, that's solid.
All right, Zach.
Let me get the Grand Inquisitor.
Grand Inquisitor. There's some of these that you're gonna have to pick among the crap that's left.
Oh no.
You still got some clones out there, Mike.
I know. I'm not done.
I feel like we need to do this more than annually. This is too fun. How did we wait over a whole year to do this again? It's going to be a June every year thing, but
Yeah. It's like NBA draft was yesterday too, so it's like
Yeah.
kind of like draft season.
Isn't that why we did it last year too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sport draft.
I'm gonna do Darth Malik.
Ooh. Good pick.
very solid. Give me Jabba the Hutt 40th.
Nice. You 3D print yourself a Jabba's palace.
There we go.
All right, Mike. What's the
I'm gonna do Bastilla Shan.
Nice. Bastila.
And just so Mike doesn't steal him later on, late, go ahead and give me Bib Fortuna. He's up at the top. Go with my Jabba. I don't want him stolen, and then I'm stuck with
that's fair.
nothing
No,
on
that's
my-
fair. That's fair.
Even there's a lot better figures out there.
Yeah.
You can't have your Jabba without your bib.
Otherwise, it gets drool everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. He'll spill his hookah or his frogs everywhere.
Let's see. I'm gonna go. Oh, I gotta go Darth Malgus.
Nice.
I was hoping you wouldn't see him.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, again, give me something I don't want Mike stealing at the end of the draft, so I'm gonna lock it in. Give me the Boba Fett Starship Hutt Slayer Lake.
I was thinking about just stealing that just because you got the Jabba.
Nah,
I thought about it.
Where is she? Is she safe? Is she all right?
I did not realize you had buff Luke Skywalker the Power of the Force.
I honestly,
I didn't realize
I'm
that.
hoping I get that because just for the fun of it.
That's like an automatic win, right?
You know what? I'm gonna make it canon that's actually part of the Black Series now, where it's like a failed clone of just like a roided out Luke Skywalker who's half the height of everyone, just running around.
That's what they should have done with Luke in
Luke,
Heir to the Empire, making the buff Power of the Force version.
I'm gonna do Geonosis Battle Droid.
Nice. Where did I put that? Where'd it go?
I'm highlighting it. You can
Thank
see it
you.
like that. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go for the Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike. Is that the original blue line?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh crap! I'm an idiot. Pletho just pointed out I have 2 of these Leias now because
Yeah,
there's
you
one
do.
in the Mexico 4-pack. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an wasted a slot. That's an early. Oh my
Rookie
god!
mistake.
I totally wasted a good mid-round draft pick.
This is so good.
Gosh darn it!
Best of luck to you, Zach.
Well, now I can sell it and make money to buy.
That's not how this game works.
No.
Filament.
No. Next time I'll put colors of filament in there too. So
Yeah, I don't have.
you have to pick colors.
Pink, orange, tan.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
That's true. Luke pointed out the Mexico 4-pack's only good if it's sealed.
Yeah, so I guess you're an inbox collector over there with that.
Yeah, look. Yeah, my entire collection's in box. I got all these big SDCC sets and crap. Look, Lance Speeder Luke, I picked him third overall. That says something.
Look at that.
Look at that,
I'm
third
gonna
overall.
do Omega Season 2.
Omega.
Omega.
Where did I put her? There we go.
Can I put the TVC yak face in my Jabba's palace I'm building right now? Is that
He's just a little shrimp.
my 6-inch? Give me. Oh, where's it at? Which Amazon 4-pack is this? The Trooper one? Is that the?
It's like the one that has like the original
It's like
phase. Yeah, the original Phase 2 clone.
Is it
like
the evolution of Trooper pack? The
Yeah,
evolution
that one.
of. Okay, let's put evolution of in there. But I'm not drafting that. I just wanted to know. I'm gonna go with Lando Skiff-Guard 40th to lock it in for my Jabba's Palace.
Orlando. Hello, what have we here? All right, Mike. What are you thinking?
I mean, I don't like this figure, but I'm just gonna do it because it goes with the rest of what I've been building. And I need more bad guys, so I'm doing the Magna Guard.
Magna Guard. Gotta have those baddies.
Yeah, they gotta have something to fight.
Yeah.
Give me the orange line Sand Trooper.
Those basement boys are sure happy about that pick.
I'm gonna do the Phase 1 Clone Trooper from 2024.
Nice pick.
Bro's going for the cloner vote. The clone army vote.
It's like when all the politicians ignore Gen Z. Man, they got the voting
that's
power.
Give me the
They're out
land
there.
speeder with Luke Skywalker.
I feel like Zach's like got the boomer vote over here with like all the OT stuff.
All the OT stuff.
It's so weird because it's like we're swapped.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Wilbon, give me. All right, let's take a.
No, you
break
just
for a
did one.
second.
Oh,
No. I'm scooting up the stuff real fast,
okay.
just so it's easier to.
Yeah, you have to scroll down all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just give me like a minute. You fill time on the mic. Talk about the Darth Maul or something. Or Wilbon, give your reactions of the draft so far.
Yeah, where are we at? Where are we at?
So far, I think both sides definitely have an interesting strategy here. I like Mike's leaning very heavy into like the cloner brain, the cloner brain, and the cloner mind over here. With he's thinking how the vote is gonna go.
Yep.
I like Zach has a lot of like con exclusives and things like that too that like don't really go together, but they're still really good releases.
Hey, that's Starkiller. That's the original trilogy. That
Yeah.
can go. That can go
Starkiller is not original trilogy.
it can go. I meant like
Yeah,
Stormtroopers,
era.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Empire. The Thrawn sets for the Empire.
He leaned a little heavy into the 3D printing to start, but
Yeah, I might have gone too. Thinking back, I might have gone too hard on the 3D printing stuff, but
I
might pay
genuinely
dividends.
thought we were gonna save that for towards the end. Like, like I will pick a 3D printer over like a TVC figure is where I was leaning towards that.
you got to think in terms of like the mind of your opponent with this. It's not just it's like you have to like pick what you want, but also you have to pick what Mike probably would want to pick as well. Kind of pick his brain a little bit.
All right,
Like,
scooted
from the peanut gallery, that's what I would say.
I scooted a lot of it up. I'm gonna fill this little piece in. All right, I think we're good to go now. I scooted a lot of it up. So far,
right.
too.
It's my turn then.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Darth Revan.
Ooh, yeah, you're really leaning into the Old Republic stuff too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. See, I lost. There we go.
Is Creel the one? Creel's the one with the saber, right?
Yep.
And Mike is the one. Yeah, give me Creel,
Yep.
Sergeant Creel.
Sergeant Creel. Just a cool figure in general. Like I haven't read any of those comics, but I just saw Stormtrooper with lightsaber, and I said, "Yep,
That's all you need to know.
yeah."
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of people like, I don't have any connection to that. Like, what connection do you need to a stormtrooper with a lightsaber?
A cool action figure is a cool action figure, and
Right.
that's all you need.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you need. Man, okay. Let's fix these up. I'm gonna do Fixer.
Fix them up.
All right, give me Kiadi Mundi.
Ooh, Kiadi.
Kiadi. I highlighted him.
Scrolled right on by. There we go.
All right, and I'm just gonna finish it up. Let's get Sev out
Sev.
there just so I can.
Old Sevi.
Yeah, just so I can complete the team.
So that's nice. You have like 2 whole squads.
I do have 2 whole squads.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But there's no
Give me
Echo, so I don't have a complete bad bench.
Darth Maul Clone Wars. It's at the very bottom.
Clone Wars.
Okay, I'm probably gonna upset Zach with this next one. Give me a Saj Ventress.
All right. It was on my list.
I know, but it was also on mine. Ties into
Ayla
the whole Clone Wars
Secura
thing.
for me.
Ayla.
Very bottom. Highlighted.
Got some. We're kind of scraping some of the bottom. There's some diamonds in here too, though.
There's good stuff still. There's.
Is it my turn?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm with R2D2 from The Mandalorian.
nice.
All right. Give me R2D2 40th Return of the Jedi.
You gotta secure it.
I gotta secure it if he's doing that.
Then I'm gonna do Luke Skywalker, the Jedi or the Imperial Cruiser.
I'm gonna go with.
I actually realized I put 2 of those on here.
Oh,
There's 2 Imperial Light Cruiser Lukes.
well, one could be archive.
Yeah, right.
International Archive version.
Yeah. Thanks, Hasbro. Thanks for doing me that solid by archiving that.
I'm gonna go with the. Where is it? I just had it. I lost it. Oh, give me Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
I'm gonna do the child. Got to complete that little set.
The child, the little red,
Yep.
red and black
Yep.
box.
Man, I don't have any Mando stuff.
But now I got the Mandalorian, I got R2, I got the Luke Skywalker from that episode, and the child from that episode. So I got a whole little scene.
Smart.
That's fun.
Let me get Anakin from Phantom Menace.
Little Annie.
Annie. I'm gonna take Bo-Katan because just kidding, I forgot that she was also in that scene.
She was also there.
So was someone else on the list still,
It's true.
who I'm gonna take for the Imperial
That's
set,
fine.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that.
There's somebody else right there too.
There was also someone else. I'm gonna take Cara Dune. Although I feel like I should get negative points for having her on my team.
Yeah, you lose points for getting Gina Carano on your show.
Well,
you got a little Gina on you.
I'm gonna take Phantom Menace Padme Amidala.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take Nayland Cheel.
It's a good release.
All right. Give me Jar Jar Binks Deluxe.
Deluxe. I should have put both Jar Jars on here.
And then I'm gonna follow that up with Vigrin Dan because you gotta have
You gotta have.
Should have stolen.
I have
I
like
should have stole it. for
6
the-
of those. I was a little worried you would. Yeah.
You picked Jar Jar over stealing the band. Come on, man.
Well, I needed the Phantom Menace crew. You know, I got the 3 Phantom Menace crew.
I get what you're going for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna. Is it me? Is it me or you? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's me. Sorry. I'm
you.
gonna go with. These. I cannot believe there's credit collections in here.
There's Kenner Deco in here. There's Galaxy's Edge exclusive stuff.
Let me get the Book of Boba Fett Chrysanthemum, very bottom.
It's a good one.
There's a
He was on my list.
Might be one of the best figures, like pure figures remaining.
Just because I just really like this figure, I'm gonna do the Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Legend.
Nice.
It's a solid one, very solid. Let me get the the Arvala 7 Mando. Is that the muddy one?
That's the muddy one.
That's
Yeah.
the Muddy Mando. Yep.
Okay, let me get the other one. Let me get the Mines of Mandalore, the A-list Mandalorian at the top or near
That
the
is
top.
the superior body, but still has the plastic cape.
Yes, but it'll go good with that chrysanthemum, kind of, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
It's pretty good to get it this late when you don't have a Mandalorian. That's a good one to pick.
Oh, for
Mike,
sure.
I realized you picked the child over Grogu.
I know. I saw that too. But I'm not gonna pick both if I don't have to. But so. Well, I'm gonna do Jaina Solo.
I put that one in there just for you, Mike. I
Thank you.
was like, Mike's always talking about Jaina Solo.
Love that figure.
Yeah.
Give me the Pike Soldier.
Nice.
I'm gonna do Doc Ondar.
Ooh. You took that away from the 3D print.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to have for the print for sure. I'm gonna take. No, not yet. Give me the Incinerator Trooper. Which I have highlighted right there.
I always like that one. That's a fun figure.
I'm gonna take the carbonized Darth Vader. Hey, it's the ESB. It's the ESB mold. I'll take it.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. You need something in box, right?
He's building the Power Rangers set.
Yeah, go for the Infinites one next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Cad Bane and Cobb Vanth 2-pack.
That's good.
Nice. Bro's building out like the Book of Boba Fett set over here. Becker Santon, the Pike Soldier, Cad Bane, Cobb Vanth.
All right. This might be a little crazy. This might be a little nuts. I'm gonna go with the Halloween Clone Trooper.
All right.
Where is he at? He's up top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's leaning a little too hard now into the cloners.
I genuinely just like that figure. Okay.
It is really cool. That one stays out all year for me.
It just yeah. The Christmas ones are in my closet, but the Halloween specifically. I mean, there's only 2 Halloween figures, so they're easy to both stay out. But if I put away the Wookiee, I would still have that clone trooper out.
Like outside of the toy room, I don't have a lot out like in the living room, but like we have a little shelf above our sink, and I have a Nubs and I have the Halloween Clone Trooper. Those are the 2 guys hanging out while I do dishes. So that's
give me Grand Moff Tarkin Archive.
I like that figure.
It also comes with the interrogator droid, so yeah, everybody just for everybody voting. Remember that.
It's a figure people don't really talk about a lot because it's just like an office.
You mean Dr. Ball?
Yeah. I really like that Tarkin release. That might be my favorite archive one they've ever done.
Oh yeah, it's
I don't understand it as an archive. I didn't think it was that hard to find still in box.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a hard time actually. I think finding it.
Did you?
when I was getting into the line? Yeah.
Huh.
So I ended up getting the archive.
Well, I'm gonna fix my miss earlier and say Moff Gideon, but the credit collection version.
Hey, I like the Darksaber that comes with that one more.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they ended up marking them down to $5 at Best Buy. So I was like, all right, I'm just loading up on Moff Gideons just to get the Darksabers.
I'm picking these like random ones now instead of like the Clone Trooper Sergeant because I hate that mold so much.
It's so bad. I had to have one or 2 reps from that awful era of clones.
Give me Balin Skull Lane Speeder Luke Thigh Swap Solution.
Heck yeah.
Dang.
So corrected Balin Skull.
Tell you
Next
what,
time
man.
I'll have Balin.
I'm not gonna steal Shin from you. I am gonna take Ned B though because I love Ned B. He's my boyfriend.
Ned B is my boyfriend.
All right, so I just followed up with the Shin Hati for me next.
Shin Hati.
She's a hottie.
Yeah, that's hybrid toy review's girlfriend you're talking about.
Yeah, it's got the full cardboard cutout.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Is it Riva? How do you say it?
Riva.
Right?
Riva. That's how I say it.
Riva, yeah.
It's a good figure. Like
Great figure.
Not everybody's favorite character, but a really
Doesn't
solid
matter.
figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fifth brother for me.
Ooh.
Now I got the Grand Inquisitor, fifth brother, and
fifth
you just
brother,
have a random Inquisitor hanging out.
Hey, mine used to be the Grand Inquisitor, but I wanted someone for Obi-Wan.
Technically for like a week or a couple
like
of
a
days
week.
there, right? But you have somebody for Obi-Wan to be on the shelf with. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was another clone trooper on here that I totally have been skipping over because I always forget that he's there. Where'd it go? Phase 2 clone trooper PFP single.
Nice. Where did he go? I see the holiday ginger.
Right under Galen Urso.
So I don't like this pick, but I need it to go with my archive Anakin Skywalker. So give me the archive Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh. That's a rough pick.
Yeah, I gotta lock it in though to have it with the Anakin.
The peanut head.
Man, they would crush a new Obi-Wan if they did it. They have to.
It would be so good. They gotta do it.
All right. Let's go.
Is this the same amount of figures or is there more?
This is more. I think y'all ended up with like 50 something each last time, or right around 50. I think you're all gonna end up with about 70. Between
That's
60
crazy.
and 70
You went a little too crazy on this one.
I love it. I love it.
I know. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Okay, I gotta pick. Let's do Saw Gerrera.
Ooh.
Give me, let's see, who do we have in here? Give me Scar Trooper Mike.
I was wondering when you're gonna pick him.
Right now.
Right now. Right meow.
Right now. Right now.
I'm just gonna go up. Let's go Bodhi Rook.
Bodhi.
Bodhi.
You know what? I'm gonna take Galen Urso
Ooh.
for that Imperial display.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
What is HTTE?
Heir to the Empire.
Heir to the Empire.
Heir to the Empire. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that off a little bit. I'm gonna go Phase 2 Clone Trooper Holiday Gingerbread.
Yeah.
Get that clone on there.
Cloner.
Wait, is there Archive Bosk and regular Bosk in here?
There was Boss.
Oh yeah, there's two Archive Bosks in here. See the one I highlighted, and there's
Well,
the
that's
one
the
at the
reissue.
bottom.
That's the reissue. They're just putting out.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there you go.
Well, one could be original Bosk, Blue Line Bosk, and the other one could be Archive Bosk.
You didn't see this. You didn't see this.
They both say Archive.
Oh, you're
All
right. They do, but
You didn't see that.
All right. Give me Grogu
Grogu.
at the top.
He's up there.
That includes his little pod. That's the mainline version with the little pod.
The pod. All right.
I'm gonna do Mara Jade.
Nice.
It's basically the same figure as Jaina Solo.
Just a redhead this time.
Yeah.
Snow Trooper.
There you go.
Man, I really hope people like the Empire. It's Empire or clones. We'll see what people are leaning.
I have a feeling the cloners are going to come in big for Mike on this.
I need the old heads to vote.
Yeah.
Get in the vote.
So some of those old Cantina backers come help Zach.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you know what? Dang. This is getting harder.
You got to sort through the crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Luke Skywalker, Heir to the Empire, just to
For
get both
Mara,
of them
yeah,
together.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pair it with Mara Jade.
And I'm gonna go with Sabine Wren from Ahsoka to pair with the Shin and Balin, so maybe they can have a little duel on the shelf.
There you go.
Or they could have a nice little date.
Yeah, they can just hang
Or
out.
yeah, they can sit and eat some drink some coffee together
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Go to lunch.
Yeah.
Have a little coffee date.
I'll go. Why not? Let's go to K2SO.
There you go.
Let's throw in Merrick or Maroc, however you say it.
However you say it, that's how I say it too.
Merrick, Maroc,
Tomato. Merrick Maroc.
mid-ass figure.
It's nice with a wash on it. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a nice figure. Just the look of it
Yeah.
Yeah.
needs improving.
I'll do Baze.
Fill out that Rogue One shelf.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. You know what to do.
Give me Chariot.
You did. You jerk. You jerk.
It was right there for the taking, man.
I had to, right?
I knew I should have taken Chariot too because he's the one I like the better.
Damn. They had to break
I can't believe you broke up the squad.
Maybe at the end you could work out a trade.
Yeah, we can do a
maybe if
trade
there's
or something.
Maybe if there's something Zach wants.
Well,
we
I'm
can do
gonna-
a trade.
I'm gonna take Professor Hu Yang.
Professor Huye.
Okay, you took my, with Sabine there. All right.
Uh-huh.
We'll pay back.
Play that game.
Give me Tebow.
Tebow.
I'm gonna take another one potential from Zach here. Director Krennic.
Jesus Christ. He goes with nothing you have.
He goes with my Rogue
nothing
One.
you have.
Bro, I get the whole Rogue
I
One
guess that's
squadron.
true.
He does, yeah.
Not Chariot. You don't have Chariot.
Yeah. Why don't I have Chariot, Zach? Listen, I will trade you Director Krennic for a Chariot.
We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about
All
it after.
right.
Give me Wicket.
Little Ewok village popping up over here.
Mike, you don't want that Sharpie 3D's Patreon membership?
No, I don't. It's so useless to me.
That's gonna be the last pick.
I feel bad. Nobody tell Sharpies we're picking that last. Sharpies does great work. It's just because I know Mike's not taking it yet anyways. You sure you don't want to steal it from me, Mike? You sure you don't
I'm
want to steal it?
positive. I'm gonna take the Infinities Darth Vader.
Okay. And then let me go ahead and lock in Paplu for the 3 Ewoks.
Yeah, I figured you'd go in with the Ewoks. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna take the 40th Emperor Palpatine. There we go. It's up at the top. Because I figured Infinity's Darth Vader has to have someone to kill.
Yeah.
That checks out. Give me that Ezra Bridger Lothal.
Ezra Bridger.
All right. I'm gonna do Galaxy's Edge Droid Depot.
Nice.
The 4-pack or the 3-pack, whatever it is.
Whatever, however many there are. I think that's the one with the pit droid in it, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with. Give me Ahsoka Tano Rebels Galaxy packaging.
Nice.
I'm gonna go the Galaxy's Edge Smuggler's Run just to get the Galaxy's Edge.
Just to fill out that section.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep these in box. They're gonna look good.
There you go.
All right, I need somebody to fight Count Dooku, so give me Obi-Wan Kenobi Attack of the Clones.
All right.
Mike, are you going to be able to cut out dead audio, or is it too much?
I could probably cut it out.
As we're pondering picks, there'll be some dead audio there. Apologies to podcast
this is
listeners.
If you're an audio listener, this is the perfect episode to join the Patreon. Watch it because you get to see the list as we go and what figures are left.
I'm gonna do General Lando Calrissian.
An underrated figure.
Agreed.
Somebody watched my TikTok video. I'm gonna go. Let me go. Harrison Dula Rebels Galaxy packaging.
Harrison Dula. Very nice. Very nice.
And then to kind of go with General Lando, I'm gonna go Admiral Akbar.
Admiral Akbar.
Solid.
Get some of those old head votes.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't like his clones, but he picked Akbar. I gotta go with my.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, where is it at? I just saw it. General Veers.
Also a banger of a figure.
Agreed. I think it's the best Imperial. Like,
Oh yeah,
officer.
And the
Yeah.
helmet and all that. That's so cool.
yeah, they really should do a Thrawn with his stuff just painted white, just because, like,
Yeah.
Agreed.
yeah. I'm gonna do. You know what? Let's just do it. Clone Trooper Sergeant.
Is that the green one? What the
I
20?
think it's the red one.
The red one. Okay.
I think it is the green one.
It might be the green one.
I think it's green. Give me Piet.
Admiral Piet.
Admiral Piet.
I'm gonna scoot some of these up now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Wilbon, give us a report. Give us a report here. A little another quarter break.
I think I like Mike's list more, but it's close. I would say that. I do like that Mike went heavy on the figures to start. I think that really helped him.
Give us pros and cons of each.
I mean, being a 3D printing person, I'm gonna be biased towards the person that has that picked the 3D printing stuff. But like having,
I did not expect him to do both 3D printing. I thought for sure when he picked the X1, he's just gonna leave the P1P hanging out there and grab it at some point.
I would have thought the same thing. I would have thought you could have picked it up towards the end of the.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you didn't pick it, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna steal it.
That was a smart move to just.
So I think it was a mistake because that's a slot. That's a slot that could have been a figure.
I got the Mexico 4-pack.
What, the fourth overall pick or the third overall pick on your second 3D printer?
It was second. Yeah. But then I got the Luke membership. That's the one I reached for. I knew he wouldn't have grabbed either of those. So that was a reach for sure.
It was maybe I can round.
Maybe I can trade you a printer if you grab the Charvies. Right?
Maybe
grab Charvies membership.
Maybe
we're gonna trade or two towards the end here.
Yep. All right. So we're all pulled up now.
We're all caught up now. All right, I'm gonna do the Evolution of Troopers 4-pack, just so I can just run the gamut on all the clones.
Probably smart. All right, so while you have all the clones, standing next to my Count Dooku, I'm gonna have all the clones. Daddy, give me Jango Fett Gaming Grace. Even though it's a terrible figure.
It is a very bad figure.
It's
Oh, we're at the point where we're just getting terrible figures now, anyway. So
There's not much choice here as far as terrible.
we got a couple. We got a couple
solid ones. Yeah,
Yeah. So like, for instance, I'm gonna do. Where'd it go? I'm gonna do R460O.
A solid figure.
good pick. Good pick.
Any new astromech droid they release on that buck, I will buy it. I will straight up buy every one they put out.
It makes me mad that we have a Knight of Ren, but no Kylo Ren. Like, Wilbon, you cooked with making this terrible.
Look, you told me to make it weird and wild. I did.
You did?
Let me get Attack of the Clones Anakin to go with Count Dooku and Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan.
That's a solid lineup there.
Yep. You know what? Just because I actually really like this figure and I think it's one of the early great figures, I'm gonna do Island Journey Rey.
Ooh. One of the first photo reel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me Greedo. I'm gonna put him in my.
He was my next one.
My palace. I'm gonna put.
Now
him in
you
my
got
palace.
two of them. You got two Greedos.
Fuck. That's terrible. No, just give it to me. Yeah, give it to me. I forgot about the Mexico 4-pack again.
Hold on. Well, yeah, but are you gonna open your Mexico 4-pack?
Not anymore because I got Leia and Greedo already single release. I might as well get that Boba next.
I was gonna say you should just get the Boba Fett.
You know, I think that's the only Han Solo in the whole list. I don't think other than the carbonite, the one that was carbon frozen. I think that's the only Han Solo.
So I have to open it if I want shooting the Greedo with my 3D prints.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the Halloween Wookiee.
Very cool.
Get all those Halloween ones, all the holiday ones.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Give me that Boba Fett ESB version so I can. That'll be good in the display. Now my Mexico 4-pack is sealed. It's a sealed Mexico 4-pack.
It's a sealed.
But you just don't have the Han Solo.
You're locked.
Yeah.
Han Solo away.
That's fine. It's listed on eBay for $800.
He's gonna fill out his collection with the money from that.
You know what? I'm gonna go wild. Give me Buff Luke.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, don't grab it yet. Just getting these up. All right, go ahead. Buff Luke, Power of the Force. Wow.
What does that tell you that I want that as a?
I know, to what we have left.
There's not a lot of great.
But I just really love that figure. That was one of my first figures.
I love that figure. It's so dumb, but I love it.
You couldn't throw in like a 2005 episode 3 Anakin for me, from the Revenge of the Sith pack.
Way to go, dumb 90s nostalgia. Because I was putting the Power of the Force toilet paper Luke on there. I was like, you know what? Give me the buff one too. Just put them both on here.
You know what? Let me get Bosk.
Which one?
Which one?
Just Bosk. Just
Bosk.
the normal, the old one.
The old one.
Since I got a little Obi-Wan set, I'm gonna go with one Jack.
One Jack. He goes well with any rogues gallery.
Yeah.
You have going on.
I'm going for Lam.
From Forlom to Zuckus.
Mike. I know you want that Obi-Wan Kenobi Kenner deco.
No, I'm not gonna take it. What's the Darth Vader Legacy pack? What is that?
That's the early bird
The early bird
set.
pack.
You know,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Zuckus, please.
what an asshole. All right, give me Archive C3PO to go with my R2D2.
Very nice.
Is there a C3PO in that Droid Depot set?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah, I know he's in one of them. He's in like
There-
a
yeah,
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, he's in one of
Pack or
those.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mike doesn't have a C3PO?
I do.
He does. He has the Attack of the Clones one on the battle droid body.
Yeah, there's also
Oh.
one in the Galaxy's Edge droid.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
depot box.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So we both have a 3PO for our R2s.
Yep. I'm gonna go Luthen. Not a great figure, but great character.
He's gonna stand there by himself because I didn't give you any more.
That's it.
Andor figures.
There's no more Andor figures.
Yeah.
He fits my shelf more. At least he could, like, talk to the Imperials or whatever.
You should have got him then.
Oh, we have a bunch of ass left. You know what? Let me get TVC Yak Face.
Wow.
Zach picked a TVC figure over Black Series.
And does that come with the coin or no coin? No coin?
This is the no coin.
Oh, then I have to pick TVC Django so I can have a Django for all my clones.
There you go.
At least that Jango Fett's really good. At least that's a good figure.
Is that the deluxe one?
Yeah.
All right, give me the Mimban Stormtrooper.
The Mimban.
I'm gonna do the off-world Jawa.
That was my next pick.
Sorry, buddy.
It might have been one of the best pickups from ICC Con. You got that for like $10.
I know, yeah. He wanted 15, and I literally only had a $10 bill left. I was like, this is all I have, dude. Take it or leave it. He's like, yeah, you can have it.
Sorry, that's fine.
That's what ICC Con's for, though. It's those deals. Because you got the Snowspeeder for like 100
What? Yeah,
last
like
day.
120 last day.
Yeah, and I think whenever we got there, he wanted 160 or something. So he lowered it like $20 every day.
I came back all 3 days and was like, "You ready to lower that price yet?"
Yeah, you can wheel and deal at ICC Con.
What you got, Zach? Come on.
Flame Trooper.
Flame on.
I'm gonna do Captain Phasma
With her baton.
with her Quicksilver baton.
That's right.
I probably would have locked this in earlier if I remembered it was here, but I'm glad you didn't pick it. But I'm going to go with the Throne Room Boba Fett to match my Cursanian.
I
was wondering when you were gonna get to that one.
Yeah, I just didn't even realize it, and
I'm gonna do the
never scooped it.
Rebel Fleet Trooper.
Is that the original, or is that the one that you got on eBay from somebody who's selling it from the 2-pack that they just bought?
I'm assuming it's the original.
Let's do. I'll go with the. There's another. Give me the Darth Vader Legacy pack.
At least has that nice display with it.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. I'll go Archive Bosk.
And then give me the AT-AT driver.
Do that for Chris Prillo.
Yeah.
I'll do the Knight of Ren.
The Knight of Red. The one. That's all you get.
Just the one.
So for the people listening, what we have left now is the Imperial Light Cruiser Luke, the Mandalorian Arvalis 7, Sharvie 3D's Patreon membership, Obi-Wan Kenobi Kenner Deco, Boba Fett Carbonized, Luke Skywalker Power of the Force card. So Toilet Paper Luke on the throwback card, Bo-Katan Kryze credit collection.
All of these will probably be in bargain bins. Aside from Charvie's membership, all of these would be in like bargain bins at ICC Con.
Let me get the Arvala 7 Mando.
I'm gonna take the carbonized Boba Fett.
Never quite know what to do with my carbonized figures. They just kind of hang around.
They stay in the box and hang on the wall.
Yeah, but I don't even really like them all that much. Even
That's my least favorite one too. That looks like a Mountain Dew can.
at least I got it for free, so it's not bad.
Let me do the Cantor Deco Obi-Wan.
I've also got that hanging on the wall.
I got it up there on the shelf somewhere.
Give me toilet paper, Luke, please.
TP.
And then I'll follow that up with the other Imperial light cruiser, the International Archive light cruiser, Luke.
This is what happens when you work on this at 2 a.m.
Oh my God. Give me. Here's the thing: do I take the Patreon membership and then trade it, or do I take Bo-Katan, who I already have a figure of? I'm gonna take the one I don't have. I'm gonna take the Patreon. I'm gonna take the Patreon membership.
You can also just have the Bo-Katan if you want it. It does nothing. All right, give me the credit collection bow as well. That's the last pick. That's the last pick.
That's an Ollie special, bro.
Well, now I guess I can put that with my Boba Fett and Chrysanthemum or Mando or whoever. All right, so that's it. That's all. That's the whole draft. We completed it. We each have what?
78. 78.
Well, the minus 2 top.
Right, minus 2. So 76. Yeah.
76 figures each. Wow, that was awesome. That was fun. And now everybody, the listening audience, gets to go on our Twitter, Patreon page, and the Facebook group Black Series Cantina to vote on this. I think we can save this as a
I'll share
as a view only.
As a view only, so people can look at it. Yeah.
Yep, and then we'll post the link with the poll so people can take a look and do their vote. All right, Mike, give us your pitch for why you feel like people should vote for you. We're doing the presidential debate night now, so it's your pitch.
Oh, sure. So I should act like I'm the president. Where am I? Who am I?
Just stand there.
That goes for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, look at my list. Clones are hands down. I'm saying this as a 42-year-old man. Clones are probably the coolest thing Star Wars has ever made. And that's wild for me to say because I went for, most of a good chunk of my life and the Clone Wars was nonsense. It was a throwaway line no one cared about. And then the Thrawn trilogy books tried to make it something we didn't really know what was going on there. But suddenly the mid-aughts come around and clones are rad. And I got all of them.
Literally, I don't think I have a single clone. Because at a certain point,
I even got the bad ones.
Mike went full cloner.
Yeah, at a certain point, it was like, I might as well just not get clones because he has a ton of them. So it's just going to take away, I can just get normal, like other figures.
That might have turned out to be a very good strategy towards the end because like Mike ended up with a bunch of things that don't go with all of his clones.
It's true.
Exactly. Yeah. What are you doing with that Captain Phasma, bro?
Someone's got to have. What would you do with the Captain Phasma? There's nothing to go.
Yeah.
At least I have a Rey, which they never really meet
true.
or fight, but at least I have a little sequel trilogy collection between Rey, Captain Phasma, and the Knight of Ren.
I do really like Mike getting basically all the holiday figures, though. That's fun.
I have a fun little holiday section. I've got an Old Republic little collection. I've got a Rogue One collection minus Chirrut.
Y'all might have to work out that trade.
Oh, so before I'll give my pitch and then we can work on trades if we need to. All right, so you should vote for me because not only do I have 2 3D printers and you can have multiple displays for your Empire, your Jabba's Palace, but I have a ton of Empire figures, Darth Vader, Luke, Emperor with the throne, big difference between the normal Emperor. I have Royal Guards for him. I think this stretch, if I do win, this stretch is what's going to be what wins it for me. It's going to be SDCC Thrawn set, the Boba Fett and Han Solo Carbonite, the Walmart 4-pack, and then the Starkiller 3-pack. and then the Jabba the Hutt 2 picks later. I think if I win, that's going to be why. It's because those big SDCC sets are sort of collector based, and they fit what I have. Thrawn goes with the Empire, and then the Boba Fett and Han Solo will go in the Thrawn or the Jabba's palace that I have, because I also have Jabba, Bib Fortuna, the Hutt Slayer Leia to go in there. I have the Skiff Guard Lando, and then just a bunch of Stormtroopers. And then I also kind of built, like, in the middle of the draft, I started drafting like some Jedi display. I got, the Anakin and Obi-Wans from 2 separate movies. Have Ahsoka, the Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, or not Qui-Gon, Ki-Adi-Mundi and Ayla. So Count Dooku. I squeezed some Jedi, and villains that they would fight in there. Clone Wars Maul and the Clone Wars Ahsoka. So, and then, I did a little bit of Mando with the Boba Fett at the end, and then the Chrysanthemum, and mine's Mandalorian. So, I think, but if I do win, it'll be all those crazy SDCC sets that I have that'll do it, and just having a sheer amount of Imperial figures with a slight prequel film characters, Count Dooku, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and all them. So, but yeah, if you have any trade, if you have a figure you want, we can make a trade maybe.
I got two trades for you.
Okay.
I will trade you Director Krennic for your Bamboo Labs P1P.
Oh.
I'm going to come back. I'll give you the X1 Carbon.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
If you upgrade your offer and make it. See, I'm not sure if it's still worth it though.
I feel like you only trade 1 for 1. I don't want to have fewer ones than you.
I know.
Yeah, you got to have the same number by the end.
Let's see.
I'll tell you what. I want one of your 3D printers, okay? And I want Chirrut.
Okay, so you can have the X1 Carbon and Chirrut if you give me Asajj Ventress and where's it at? Captain Rex.
No. Not getting rid of Captain Rex.
The cloner appeal is too strong with Captain Rex.
I have an Ahsoka.
I'm not getting rid of Captain Rex. I'm not. It's not going to happen.
Fine. Droideka and Ventress. Because I have Count Dooku.
Those are heavy hitters. Zach would have a very nice Attack of the Clones setup if he gets Droideka too.
I'm going heavy for it.
I would, instead of Ventress, go Droideka and Super Battle Droid with 3PO.
Well, he's got to have Ventress to go with Dooku, though.
Yeah, but if you're thinking film, Super Battle Droid and 3PO is better.
I was kind of thinking, like, if I could, because I have that Ahsoka Tano Padawan, if I could have Ventress fight her, and then the Super Battle, or the Droideka on the Attack of the Clones with all those Attack of the Clones figures, like, or fan, So let's do that. Or propose the offer. X1 Carbon, and you said Chirrut for Droideka and Asajj.
I feel like you're getting the upper hand there. Chirrut's a nothing. I just want.
I think so too.
All right, fine.
Chirrut's too. He's not big enough for me to like.
That's true. All right, so let's just do Chirrut. I would do a straight trade. Chirrut for Krennic.
Okay. Yep.
That's solid. That's solid.
Because they're also right around the same time. You picked him 2 picks after. And then if you want a printer, I'll give you the Carbon for your pick, the Droideka or the Super Bad Jordan 3PO pack.
I feel like the 3PO, it makes it more like film centric. So for Attack of the Clones specifically, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
I'll give you the carbon for the Super Battle Droid and 3PO.
Okay, that's a deal. I'll do that.
Do we want to mark these as traded, or how do we want to do this? Just like swap them straight up.
Yeah, maybe like another column, maybe.
Put them at the end.
Yeah, at the bottom we can do traded for
bottom.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna center this. Are there any other trades you want to do?
I don't think so. Honestly, that was the only thing I feel like I was missing. Was I have a Patreon membership, and I have nothing to print. Nothing.
You could trade that
what?
Patreon membership for a bag of magic beans.
You don't really have anything for your Riva, and I have all the Inquisitors.
So you could work out a little trade
okay.
there.
If you want to offer Riva, if you want Riva for something,
You could give it like
Okay.
Greedo or something because he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
But you have 2 Greedos because of your Mexican 4-pack.
yeah. But I don't think he has anything for Greedo either, though.
He has the Cantina aliens. He has the band.
That's true. Is
And
there
a
anything
Jawa.
you would give up Riva for?
I would give up Riva for. I would give up Riva for. Man. I don't know. I kind of like Riva. I'm gonna be honest.
All right. You don't have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Galen, but Galen kind of sucks.
You're not really missing him in your Rogue One shelf
Yeah,
too
I'm
much.
like he could go with my Rogue One shelf, but I just don't care that much.
It's like not only is he like a kind of a boring action figure character, it's like the
Yeah.
figure itself is also really bad. Like it's
Yeah.
not that good of a figure. I remember.
Yeah,
buying
no,
that.
I want to keep my Riva because I want her to go with my
All right.
my Obi-Wan from Obi-Wan.
No. What was our other trade? It was Krennic for
Krennic for
Chirrut.
Chirrut.
It's rare that I regret a Black Series purchase, but I kind of regret the Galen or so.
Man, and
It's not a good figure.
And the worst part is I think I way overpaid for it because it was one of those things that we didn't know when it was going to come out.
Yeah.
Like they were announced, they were Target exclusive, and then it was like a year.
Yeah, like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
a year had gone by, and then
Yeah.
Antok Merrick and Galen were just like popping up in stores. So it was like, oh, okay, I guess. And then they sat around forever.
All right. So I guess that's gonna do it. Unless you wanna trade me your Darth Malgus for Wicket or something.
No. No. No.
All right, how about this? You give me Captain Rex if I can interest you in one the Mandalorian Arvala 7.
So
It's
you're
like
really bad at this. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's like the trade that somebody in the Out of the Basement Discord offered to Wilbon the other day. They offered Wilbon a pre-order of Captain Rex they have on right now for a dual Zen Darth Vader.
It's like, no. Thank you for the offer. But
Yeah.
no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm pretty happy with my list, and I think you got a pretty solid list there too. So
Yeah. I think you fixed your list that Super Battle Droid's a good get. Because it's one of the best figures in the line. And I honestly, I think I like the Super Battle Droid better than the Droidica. But I feel like the Super Battle Droid and C-3PO was a better trade for the carbon.
yeah, that's fair. So now you can only print Charvy stuff though, and let me tell you, I love Charvy, but you're going to do a lot of support. You better buy extra filament.
That's fine. I mean,
he's good, but he's no Lance Peter Luke.
He's no Lance Peter Luke. I get it.
So yeah, that was the figure draft sponsored by Monday Night Figure Ball.
Yeah, check me out on YouTube. We go live every Monday night. There's a lot of yapping. Our show goes very long, but it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on that show.
Actually, Brian says my only clone is Boba. I have Django too.
That's true. You do have Django. Who is technically not a clone. He's like the origin of the clones.
That's the source.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense. He's not even a clone. Yeah, Django's not a clone.
Boba is a clone, but
Boba
Django's
is
not a clone.
Django's the clone daddy. He's the daddy clone. All right, save this Wilbon and then also save it later on as a non-editing file. I traded my number 1 overall pick for Mike's 11th pick. I could have just picked that.
But you didn't. You went straight for both of the 3D printers for some reason.
Man.
Bro saw the printers and went hog wild. That was fun. That was a good time.
That was a good time.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I'll probably edit a lot of the thinking out, because like, you know, there's sometimes where like I know exactly what I want, but then you get to those times like what am I going to take next? Because it's all garbage.
Yeah. And this, like they said earlier, this is definitely an episode you want to watch, because that way you can see the lists, you can see what's available, what's been drafted, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and also whenever there's so many good figures on the board still, that almost makes it harder for me, because
it does make it harder.
What am I gonna build right now? Because in the middle of the draft, I tried to build out that Phantom Menace, you know, with Anakin, Padme. And I was like, you gotta have to hit them back to back just so they don't take them later. So it almost makes it harder in a way too.
Yeah, I picked some that I wouldn't have picked as early as I had, because I'm like, well, I have to complete this set. Like, I can't have just some of them.
I really risked it whenever I picked Creel, just hoping. I went like first like 6 rounds or something.
So I was like, I might pick those up, but they're not clones. But I like them, so they were on my list, but they weren't very high up. So you got it before I did.
It's hard because it's 2 parts of a team. We don't have the other figures, so it's like they're cool, but like you're missing something there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there were a lot of wrenches and tires. There was a lot of curveballs in there.
I think it was good, and I like
was fun
because we didn't have a trade last time. I like that we had the option to trade this time. I think that did add because like. I mean, that was kind of smart picking both of the 3D printers, because like I did want a 3D printer at the end. Like
well, it wasn't smart. I should have just held strong and just not traded it if I was.
If you were gonna get the
demanded
the rec,
but at least I traded it for a 2-pack. So
you did. You got 2 figures out of it.
I got 2 figures
and Droid no less. That's a great
Super Battle Droids. I think it's top figure for me so far this year.
Yeah. I think it edges out. I think it's better than the Droideka.
I honestly probably should have given you the Droideka. It was tough to choose between the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I was in Zach's shoes, I would have wanted the Super Battle Droid more, because it fit more with Attack of the Clones. But
sure,
because I have the droid standing next to Count Dooku and Jango and all that. Yeah,
and the 3PO. You can't forget the 3PO.
And the 3PO. Yeah.
Classic goofy prequel moment.
So the last thing on our show notes is if we wanted to chat Acolyte. So
I would love to chat Acolyte. So here's what I want to do before
full Acolyte spoilers.
Yeah, up to episode 5.
Yes.
So there's 3 more episodes to go. So we'll have one more episode of our show, and then one more episode after that. That'll be like the end. What I want to do is I want to write down all the controversies that people have created for this,
and do it.
And I want to do a tier list of the controversies.
Oh, that's
like,
clever.
okay, we got
The
Fire in
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Space. Fire in Space and Ki-Adi-Mundi has a new birthday. Where do those go?
Let's go. I think Ki-Adi-Mundi controversy over his birthday might be the dumbest thing Star Wars fans have ever gotten mad about. It is the stupidest thing. I swear to God.
And I think there was one argument I was having with someone, and he came back. He's like, it was a trading card, and any ancillary material around a movie is canon. Just I can't believe you said that with a straight face. Trading card. They could not be serious about that. That is. And then what was it? Was it Uzak that came back with there's a trading card that says Luke was like 2 years older than Leia for Empire Strikes Back?
In A New Hope, they had these trading cards that it showed Luke was age 22 and Leia was age 20 during the events of A New Hope.
So is that canon? Is that canon?
Oh, but it's George's story to change.
Oh, right.
It's George's story to change.
Not anymore.
That's
He sold it.
At the end of the day, it's all just bad faith arguments from people that want to be mad. All just want to be
All of
mad.
it.
So jumping into Acolyte, and the thoughts that kind of piggyback off that, like there are legit bones to pick, like with the show. It's
absolutely.
It's not a perfect Star Wars show. I wouldn't even say it's a great show right now. I think the ending could take it there because I think episode 5 really laid a lot of groundwork for that.
Agreed.
But up to episode 4, I mean, it's just kind of an average, solid show. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's somewhere in the middle for me anyways. And so I said this on TikTok. I feel like if anybody's saying it's the worst Star Wars they've ever made or they've ever seen, or even like a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes and all that jazz, you're being really disingenuous and you're really not being honest with, you're just thinking of like, you saw that opinion on Twitter and then you're just spewing that out. Like, oh, this is absolute trash. Like you're looking for something to hate at that point.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and like you said, and there's nothing wrong with not liking the show. If you're watching it and you just generally like, this isn't for me, this isn't the type of Star Wars I like, that's absolutely fine. Maybe you do find it a little bit too cringe or whatever. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get that. But pulling up these minutia little arguments and making them as if they're like the worst thing ever to happen to Star Wars is also not correct. You can not like those things. Like you could be like, well, I preferred it when Ki-Adi-Mundi had a different birthday. Like that's fine. You can prefer that. But this is canon now. This is how it is. This is an official source. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. You can be mad about it or you can just accept it and move on. When I was growing up reading what was then canon-ish books, Boba Fett was a journeyman protector named Jaster Muriel from the planet Concord Dawn. And then that all got retconned like a year or two later. And obviously he's not that. He's a clone of a bounty hunter, and not, Concord or Concordia or whatever is now a moon of Mandalore instead of a completely separate planet. And Jaster Muriel is actually a completely different guy now because they changed it all because whoever wrote that book, and I don't think it was Zahn, but it was someone, and I think it was the Tales of the Bounty Hunter book, which came out in like 97 or 98. So pretty close to the prequels. We're just like, none of that's right. So I had to learn to like, you know what? Like, this is canon now. This is something that it wasn't what I thought, but this is canon, and I just have to accept it. And you either do or you don't, and get mad for some reason. I just don't get that.
Yeah, it's a perfectly average series at this point to me. It's not exceptional. It's interesting enough for me to be excited to keep watching it. I will say the most recent episode had me on the edge of my seat as an action-filled episode. Like, I was very into it. Like, multiple characters that I didn't think would get killed got killed off. I was like, wow, okay, this threw me a bit of a curveball here. But at the same time, it's like, it hasn't done enough for me to really be super interested in Osha and May's story.
That's the weakest part for me, honestly.
Yeah, and that's the part that should be the heart of the show, and it's not really living up to that for me.
Yep.
I love seeing the High Republic era. I love that we're getting a live action show in that era. I think it's a really cool period to actually get to see in even animation. Like, everything has just been comic books or novels. So I like the concept of the show. It's just kind of falling flat in some areas, and it's a little bit disappointing in that way.
So I kind of see the show so far, and it has potential to be basically like a show version of Attack of the Clones, where for me, I saw Attack of the Clones in theaters like 8 times maybe, and each time I watched it for that last 40-minute chunk of all the clones versus all the Jedi, and watching Yoda fight. I'm like, this is awesome. And the Acolyte, so far, I'm seeing it kind of had that same trajectory where, like, yeah, it's fine, it's mid, whatever. There's like stuff happening, and I don't really care about this storyline. But then you hit like episode 5, where I'm like, this is some of the greatest choreography in all of Star. I'm not even saying just for the show, but in like all of Star Wars. That fight with Khmer, however you say his name, it was just absolutely everything I wanted to see. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It was crazy that, like, I figured those extras, those no-name Jedi, were there to be the ones that die.
Those are total red shirts. Those guys were getting killed.
They're like, we need to kill people, but not any of the main people. Exactly how I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, they're gonna die by whatever villain shows up, and then it's like all the named ones that we've gotten figures for and all the marketing is for. They get killed. That was insane.
What are you gonna do with your Yord and your Jekki?
Poor Yord. You're gonna have him on the ground with his head turned around backwards now.
The Yord horde. I could hear their cries in the Force. The Yord horde.
The neck snap was nuts. The neck snap.
I did.
A million voices cried out in terror.
Honestly,
suddenly silenced.
I think getting his neck snapped is kind of worse than actually getting like killed with a lightsaber. Like he's not even good enough
for Star Wars.
Yeah, well, he's not even good enough to kill him with a lightsaber. He just snapped his neck. Or at least Jekki went down with like 3 holes in her, which like I screamed when he pulled out a smaller lightsaber from his lightsaber. I was like, "What?"
And he was bashing his helmet into lightsabers during that fight too.
That was sick. Yeah,
that was so cool. Like,
it was awesome.
I didn't know that stuff was even a thing. The
cortosis,
that disables lightsabers for a minute.
Well, so at first,
cool was that?
It's cool, and it's cool they brought such a deep lore cut into here. So, when it first happened, I was like, "Oh, what happened?" Like their lightsabers went. I don't know if he sliced their lightsabers or what, but when they turned back on, that was when I was like, I didn't remember what it was called, but I was like, oh, that's that like metal or whatever that like absorbs lightsabers, because it's been in Legends forever, but it's not prevalent.
But it probably breaks lore now to some people, though, I'm sure.
So it's been in the Dr. Aphra comic more recently, and then it was also in the one of the newer canon Thrawn books. So cortosis has been canonized in official Star Wars canon more recently, but this is like the first time people are seeing it, and it was awesome. Yeah.
See, I wasn't familiar with it, so I mean, fake fan, but fake fan. But just the way that action sequence played out with it was just so creative and fun. It just shows that Leslie Headland is a big fan of Star Wars.
Yes.
Like, that she would go in and put that deep cut lore thing into the show and make it like a central part of like his fighting style, his his like the way he enters combat and like how he like deals with Jedi. It's just really interesting. And the fact that like people that call themselves hardcore fans are sitting around mad at Kiadi Mundi or something stupid like May cutting her hair with a lightsaber, versus like the fact that they should be excited about Cortosis being like put into live action. I don't know. I just don't get it.
I mean, between Cortosis and just the straight up people are dying to lightsabers. People have been complaining that Disney has taken the teeth away from lightsabers for a while, which I still don't think it's a valid complaint. Like, I kind of get it, but like, I mean, you can explain away each one if you look at it, if you take them all individually as opposed to a whole. But when you do look at it as a whole, I can see it because people are getting stabbed, they're not dying. And then Leslie heard that, was like, I got you.
Oh yeah,
I got you.
we're gonna have some people die to some lightsabers real quick.
Yeah, they left no doubt on Jackie. Like the triangle stabs was nuts. Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Like, I need a figure of, I guess they're calling him the Stranger. That's the helmet, which, by the way, sold out on Hasbro Pulse. I've seen so many people.
Oh wow!
So many people being like, "Oh, it's gonna be an exclusive for us." You know, all these coming. It's sold out on Hasbro Pulse as of right now. Obviously, they'll probably put more in, you know, because that's how they kind of do things. But I'm gonna take a screeny of that and be like, I thought this was gonna be a exclusive, but
yeah,
I mean, I need a figure. I need a figure of that.
We need
so
a figure
bad
of that,
now.
yeah.
I need a figure of that.
Agreed. Like,
And, like,
now I'm excited about the figures because I want to set up a little battle scene on a
Yeah.
shelf of like all the Jedi kind of surrounding him. I think that would be a fun display.
Absolutely. And I'm not gay, but like,
His arms.
I'm a little gay now.
He's got like, as Hulk Hogan said, he's got 24-inch pythons, man. I was shocked.
I'm like, maybe I can fix him. I don't know.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I did not know Come Here was this jacked. Hell?
Look, if you ever watched The Good Place, that he plays Jason on there, who's like an idiot. Like his whole thing is he's from Jacksonville, Florida, and he's always yelling about the Jaguars and stuff. Like Bortles. Yeah.
As a football fan,
it's like the polar opposite.
That's so funny. Like,
yeah,
who's obsessed with Blake Bortles? Like, that's just hilarious.
He is. People from Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes of the episode 5 was whenever he was in his like normal voice.
Yeah.
And then he saw May laying on the ground. He's like, "Oh, hi there," in his like fake normal person.
Oh
voice
man, yeah. When he would like code switch back and forth between the two. I love that. I love when he said, "Oh, was that its name or whatever?" Like, I was like, "Oh my, you don't."
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Just like a sociopath. Like,
yeah.
It's creepy. Like, it just added to the odiousness of the character there. Yeah. It's just awesome.
Yeah, he's evil. So
he did so good being like, I'm a ruthless, like, evil person, to like when his mask came off and he like kind of switched back into the whole like happy-go-lucky kind of ugh.
And like even at the end of the last episode, the way he like floated down too was like straight out of a horror movie. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. We all agree that he's not the biggest bad, right?
No, he's not. No, absolutely not.
He definitely is a master of some sort.
So there's a couple little things that I've seen here that I don't know where I land on it. So my first thought was exactly that. He is the apprentice. He's looking for an apprentice of his own because that's how the rule of 2 works. Like you get your own secret apprentice, and then when the apprentice overthrows the master, you've got your apprentice lined up. So to me, he's looking for his apprentice. The same thing with like Dooku.
Ventress
had
Dooku,
Ventress on the back.
Vader and Starkiller.
Exactly.
The EU or the games.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. Exactly what he's doing. But now, after some of the conversation he had with Soul, where he's like, I just want freedom. I just want to be able to use the Force how I want to use the Force. I don't want rules, all that stuff. And at the very end of the show, when he picks up his helmet and he's like rolling May Osha, because they switched or whatever, over, and they play Kylo Ren's theme to go with that. I'm like, are they setting him up to be like the first Ren? Basically, is that where this is coming from? So
yeah, I kind of think right now he's
interesting. Yeah.
I think right now he's the Sith apprentice, and then he might get replaced, and then he'll splinter off and form his own, the Knights of Ren, or something like that.
I wonder if, since maybe he's been discovered, like his master will kind of abandon him and just like he'll start his own faction of dark side users, and he is Ren, like he's like the founder of like the Knights of Ren or Ren's clan or whatever, and then like maybe whoever his Sith master is gets Plagueis or Tenebris or however you want to, like however it is on the timeline at this point, but maybe that's what leads to Plagueis and then Palpatine. So interesting to think about.
Yeah, I did think that, kind of want to go back to episode 4.
Sure.
The whole May switch thing seemed very out of place for me.
When she decided she wanted to...
When they're in the woods. And then what made it... Because that moment, it seemed like there was nothing leading up to her being like, oh, I'm done with this, actually. Like, see ya. But then what made it weirder for me is, in episode 4, she says, I'm going to go turn myself into the Jedi. Like, I'm done with this. Which, that was weird anyways in itself. But then in episode 5, Jeki's trying to arrest her, and then she starts fighting her and trying to kill her. Yeah. I'm like, you were just about to turn yourself into the Jedi, but now you're trying to kill her with the knives.
I guess she realized, the master's here, so for my own survival, I need to fight back and try to get out of here.
Yeah, they're definitely not spelling it out, so I think they're leaving a lot to just your own interpretation. So the way I saw it in the first one is, she spends that whole episode, because she saw that her sister was alive at the end of episode 2, but all of like episode 3 was a flashback, so like there wasn't really anything there. So this is essentially the first episode we've seen since she saw that her sister was alive, and she's been wrestling with that because my impression was that she was doing all of this trying to become the apprentice or the acolyte or whatever because she thought her sister was dead, and she's getting revenge on the Jedi that she blamed for her sister's death. But then when she finds out her sister's not dead, she's like, why am I doing this? Like, she's not dead. So that's where that switch comes. I do think they could have explained it better or telegraphed it a little bit more, but there wasn't a lot of time there because like I said, we really didn't get anything in episode 3.
It feels like there was something missing.
Yeah, I agree.
To that lead up.
Well, they definitely have put some stuff out because apparently there was a whole fight. There's a whole ass fight in episode 4 with Kelnaka and that they filmed.
Chimera guy,
that they filmed, but they haven't shown. So either they cut it or it's going to be something we haven't seen yet, and they're going to like do a flashback or something. Because there's a GIF you can watch. I saw it on Twitter of Kelnaka fighting somebody, and Kelnaka's dead. So
what it is, Kelnaka's fighting,
or as a flashback,
Kelnaka's swinging his, because there's 2 videos that have been in marketing, so it's not spoiler. It's Kelnaka's jumping and slicing his blade. And it's the Torben guy who was floating in that one episode.
Right.
So Torben, and then we've seen Torben have those black eyes. So
the black eyes.
The Sith in the flashbacks, the Sith witches are going to take over him again, and he's going to be fighting them. That's probably where he gets that giant slash.
So it's probably another flashback we haven't seen yet, is what it is. Yeah.
I'm really excited to see the other side of the witches' coven.
Yeah, for sure.
And to see the other perspective and what the Jedi did that's so egregious that Torben just would rather kill himself than see consequences from it.
I think the next episode is going to be the flashback, and then we'll get like another 2-parter, kind of like how 4 and 5 were like back-to-back 2-parter episodes. I think we get 2 episodes, a flashback, 2 episodes, a flashback, and 2 episodes.
That's a good structure.
Kind of thing.
I hope that's how it plays out. But again, I'm enjoying it. It's not the greatest thing ever. It's not the best Star Wars that's ever Star Warsed, but it's fun.
There's
I'm
definitely
enjoying it.
There's definitely cringe. There's definitely bad dialogue. There's definitely some weaker acting. But you know what? This is Star Wars.
That's pretty much par for the course.
Name one official movie.
Everything you just described is very much Star Wars. So
I know. So the question is why is this different? The difference is you chose and here's I'm not saying everyone. Obviously, I'm not painting everyone with the same brush. But a lot of the people who have chosen to not like it have seen past things that Leslie has said, not even about Star Wars, just in general, and they're like, I don't like her, so I don't like things she makes, and now I don't like this. And they're starting from that point and then finding things to not like to justify their position. And again, I'm not saying everyone is like this. I'm not saying that everyone that doesn't like the Acolyte is like this, but a lot of it, and especially the people that are nitpicking things that they let slide literally anywhere else in the Star Wars universe.
Agreed.
Anywhere.
Yeah,
else.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How can 7 Jedi be there but not know a Sith Master's right right around them?
I know. We've never seen anything like that in Star Wars before. There's never been a scene. Yeah.
Yeah, there's never been a scene that has Yoda, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Mace Windu, four
They've
other
never had a
ones.
full-on conversation with the Sith Lord. The Master, mind you.
The Dark Lord of the Sith.
The biggest Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no way that he would, they'd be able to hide their power or. Not
I will say, Kamir never said he was a Sith. He said that you would call me a Sith because I think he sees himself. He sees them as like anything that isn't a Jedi is a Sith because it's very like black or white, like
Very binary.
very binary. Yeah. Whereas I think he just sees himself as like a dark side, or maybe not even a dark side user, just like a free user. Like he's the sovereign citizen equivalent.
Well, he is. We can't forget he is slashing through Jedi and killing them. So
That's right.
He definitely. I think he knows he's.
Well,
he might not know he's evil because.
I'm pretty sure he's just he's also a psychopath.
Yeah,
so
they all are, right?
Referring
Red
to
sabers.
a person as a
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you've lost your humanity at this point.
well, so that's always been kind of the problem with this is like the Jedi. Some of the things they're saying about the Jedi are right. The problem is the Jedi are this way against anyone that's not a Jedi because of the past stuff that the Sith have done. Because what is the freedom that he wants to do? He wants the freedom to essentially like kill who he wants. Use the Force to circumvent,
manipulate,
because that's what they want to do. So it's not just like, yes, like peace is a lie or whatever, because you're forcing people that your rules are the only rules that can be rules. That's true. But the reason they're like that is because you are kind of shitty. Like you do want to just kill people, and that's not okay. They had a whole war about it.
Yeah. It's without laws, without those rules, you have chaos.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I'm getting a little political here, but it's always like I've got like libertarian friends that are like, they shouldn't have regulations on anything. And I'm like, my friend, the regulations are there for a reason. Like when you see a sign on the strollers in the mall and it says, don't put babies underneath in this little bag. Those signs are there because someone put babies in that little bag. That's the only reason someone would put that in there. It's not an arbitrary rule. Someone did that. Like the whole reason we have regulation for how houses are built is because if you do it wrong, they can blow up or burn down. If we let companies dump, toxic chemicals wherever they want, we get terrible rivers and polluted lands. So you got to have regulations to not do that because they were doing it. It's something that was happening, which is why the regulations exist. So that's the same thing with Jedi. Like the Jedi have these rules because when they didn't have the rules, things got bad. Things got terrible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we didn't have regulations, all of our Hasbro figures would smell like this guy. the knockoff.
You're going to get cancer.
Beal's Toy Store.
You're going to get cancer from that Beal's Toys.
Yeah, but 212th Airborne, though.
Oh, man.
Funny hat. He has funny hat.
He has a bucket.
Yeah.
I live in a bucket.
Yeah, Acolyte, like, I don't like Wilbon was saying, I don't really want the figures for the shelf, but I am kind of starting to feel like if I could get that wave, like the entire wave that's out, and then if they do the Sith Masters, just have the 3D print of them in a forest somewhere.
It would look cool.
And then and just kind of like stand the 5 of them or the 5 Jedi and like looking at him.
Now I've got the idea of the Jedi standing around like holding their deactivated lightsabers, kind of like looking at them like, what the hell just happened? Like, I feel like that might be the display.
Yeah,
for me.
that'd be cool. But then I'm like, well, what do I do with the what's her name that got killed in the first episode, or like
Indara?
Like, what do I do with an Indara, or what I would
you put her in a cool Matrix pose, hang her by some fishing line.
Yeah, put her on a flight stand or hang her by some fishing line. She's doing her Trinity pose, and you're good.
That's it.
Or
easy peasy.
Or hey, just take the robe off her and put it on somebody else and use her as like,
no
random Jedi.
No, you have her fight. You have her fight May. Print out a little like Cantina bar scene or whatever.
Somebody
this fight
Sharvies are in print already. Like the day after that episode aired. They had
is that the one that I have the Patreon too?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's sweet. Perfect.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I don't think. I mean, obviously we don't know. We don't know how this is going to end. We don't know what our thoughts are going to be. This could be in 3 weeks' time. We could be saying, wow, that stuck the landing. This is one of my favorite Star Wars things of anything. Because when we started Andor, I thought it was boring. The first 2 episodes, I'm like, it's interesting, but like it's boring. But by the end of the series, I was like, this is the greatest Star Wars to ever Star Wars. And we could potentially, like, the potential's there for this, where it's got some rocky stuff that's not the best, but if it sticks the landing, it could be the best Star Wars thing to ever Star Wars. But we just don't know yet. It's too early to tell.
It could go either way.
It could go either way.
It could go either way right now. And what about that line? I think it might be one of the best lines in the entire series, or one of the best lines in Disney Plus Star Wars shows yet. Whenever Soul says she was a child, and Kaimia replies, "You brought her.
You brought her."
That was dirty work right there.
And the funny thing is, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, "You brought her there," and then he says it. I was like, "Oh shit! What did I say about me?"
He's just putting like all of the weight and the burden of her right
back onto him. So what do you think about? Yord said when he was fighting him, he got into his head, and then Osho was like, "My mom could do that." What do you think? What do you think that means?
And then whenever somebody was running away and was having flashes of his mask, right?
Yeah.
So it was like he was in her head.
Yeah. And then also...
That's so cool that he's like psychologically kind of sadistically torturing them in a way by like messing with their heads like in the middle of a fight. Like that's
another... Yeah, that's nasty.
That's another pull from Legends. Because apparently one of the things they say to kind of explain away how Palpatine defeated all the Jedi that came to arrest him so easily is he got into their heads. Like while he was fighting them, he was like throwing stuff mentally at them to distract them with like riddles or something. I don't know.
See, and why couldn't George demonstrate that on film?
Yeah. Obviously,
if he had thought of it anyway.
Obviously, it's something they made up on after the fact to explain.
Was it in the novel? Was it in the novel?
I think it
been in the novel.
I think it might have been.
So at least it definitely had to come across his desk at one point.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of, the Pletho says here, I think Anastasia could be his master.
I think Anastasia is dead. She didn't they see her body in the flashback?
Well, we've seen Anakin burn alive and live. We've seen Darth Maul cut in half and live.
I think it could be Coral. I think it could be the other one.
I could see that happen. I could see that being the case
because we didn't see anything of her afterwards, right?
Well, didn't they say? I think there's dialogue saying that Anastasia gets in people's head. Like somebody in the show said that she gets in your head. It might have been Osha or May. I can't remember who says it, but somebody does say that about Anastasia.
Osha said that when Yord said he could get in your head, and Osha said, "Oh, my mother could do that."
So yeah, maybe they're making a connection. And another connection.
Maybe that's.
What do you all think? Do you think that because Soul says something familiar before Chimera takes his mask off, do you think they might be related somehow or have a connection in the past?
I think he just feels him from when they met in the apothecary earlier. I think he just maybe remember him from there, just a few episodes before. So I personally, I don't think they're going to go that deep to show another connection between those characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I'm very interested on where the mystery's going. A lot of people think that like when you found out May was a twin, like, oh, mystery solved. Like, no. And then they go, oh, Chimera's the bad guy, mystery solved. Like, no. These just bring up more questions. This is not the solved mystery you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plethora says, Osha said in response to George, she got in Torben's head and his eyes went dark, just like May Osha's visions of her. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to go back and kind of rewatch this because apparently there's a lot of stuff that's like.
Yeah, this show needs a rewatch for sure. Yeah.
Like, I think I'll wait till it's done and then just do a straight rewatch, like binge.
I haven't been watching it with my wife. We only watched the first episode, and she was like, "Oh, this is interesting." So then we haven't watched any more together. So I think at the end, I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing. We're gonna like binge watch it. So that'll be fun.
We'll do it at Disney in September together.
Yeah,
that's the four of us. We'll just watch it all.
Yeah,
we'll not even do Disney. We'll just stay in the.
Yeah, we'll just binge watch the show in the room. Yeah, book that trip like I think third week of September because that's when we're going.
Well, we just spent. We're about to spend
on
like
new
$4,000 on floors.
Yeah. What kind of material are you getting? You getting some wood planks? You getting some tile? What are you doing?
So we got this vinyl plank that looks really nice, and we were originally just gonna do the living room and then this wraparound room and the little hallway, but then we decided we're gonna do that plus the kitchen and dining room. So
this is such a hard turn from
I know.
Acolyte and like. So tell me about your flooring.
Yeah, what's going on
but
with the
very
floor?
expensive, very expensive. But but also Acolyte.
Yeah,
I think none of the first 4 episodes grabbed me, and like especially with House of the Dragon being out right now, like that's the show. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm looking forward to every week. Appointment television. Until episode 5, this is the first time I'm actually like anticipating and looking forward to what's coming next. I want to see, like they grabbed me with episode 5.
Here's my here's my prediction. Episode 6 is going to be another flashback, which obviously won't be at the same level as episode 5. So then people are going to complain, oh, this one was so boring. They had me in the last one and they got me to watch this and it was so boring. You know, well, why did they waste my time? Why are they breaking lore over here? That's my prediction of what's going to happen next week when the next flashback episode airs. I hope.
What's the next band controversy?
Yeah.
What's the episode count for the season?
8.
Is it 8 or 10?
8. It's 8.
8. Man, how'd Andor get like 12 episodes, but we can't get more of
and they're like 40 to 50 minute long episodes too.
I know.
Like this is
like
8
that D-list ass character got all of that screen time, and we can't get more screen time for these other things. But it gets more like it gets, at least the half-hour episodes. It like gets to the stuff quicker, Like there's no just chilling around and waiting.
Is Soul destined to be the sole survivor at the end of all this? Because he's the sole survivor of the other encounter with the witches. And he lived through the encounter with what's his name. Maybe he's destined to be exiled as a sole survivor from everything.
Someone pointed out, I think on Twitter or somewhere, that they think Chimera and Soul might be connected somehow because Soul means
they said they were
and
familiar.
Chimera. Yeah, Chimera in some language means like the moon or something like that.
Interesting.
So there could be some type of connection with them.
Well, they definitely, because they had that dialogue where it's like, you seem familiar or whatever. So that there's definitely something going on that's not just you. It was something different from, like we just tried to capture you like an episode ago. Like it was something deeper than that.
Yeah, I think it is a little deeper than they ran into each other at that shop.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I hope so. I just worry that there's too many mysteries to try to wrap up, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Is this confirmed for a second season, Acolyte?
So she has another treatment written for, I believe, 2 more seasons. Like, she has a treatment for it, but I don't think that anything's been confirmed as far as I know.
They better, like, even with the show, you know, getting the dumb, like, bad feedback, the backlash, they better at least do another season, because not everything's going to be wrapped up in season 1. And so if Disney doesn't give her a second one, it's really going to halt the story and leave a lot of unanswered questions.
I think it depends how many people watched it and how many people are and how much merch they move for Acolyte. I think those 2 things make a difference.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing my part. I got the whole wave coming in from Toy Snowman. A little spoiler for the people that made it this far is my wave for all 6 of these figures shipped from Toy Snowman.
See, I would get the whole wave if I could get the Toy Snowman, the Mike Case special.
Yeah.
134 shipped or something.
Yep, something like that. Yeah, he hooks me up a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit of like a little quid pro quo. Like, I'll give you a little bit better deal if you mention the store where you got it.
Tell him you have a buddy with a TikTok account with 20,000 followers, and I would do a whole video and plug him. Let me just get that deal, because that's when I'll do it. But I need to reach out. I need to get that Mike Case deal. We can do Toy Snowman official Black Series Cantina sponsor.
Honestly, I'd be down. That's the type of sellout I would do. Like, it's not Hasbro,
Local,
but like, he's just a
business.
guy that sells stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a finance guy, you know.
Yeah, we had him on the show.
We're big fans of small business here.
Yeah.
Especially
Small Canadian business.
Canadian businesses.
Small Canadian business. Well, I think y'all have any other thoughts on Acolyte you want to get to?
Not really. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm interested to see where it goes. We talked about it for a good long while on Figure Ball. It was last Monday. So if anybody wants to hear me yap about that with Zoo Boy and Mr. Coffee, you can go check me out there.
Yeah. So, Mike, any last thoughts on Acolyte or the figures announced today?
No. I think I said everything I could say. For the people listening, I did post my review of Droideka. If you want to go watch me. I didn't like it as much as some other people liked it. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna get you prepped for that. There's some people that are like, this is the greatest figure ever. I'm like, it's fine. It's good.
Yeah, somebody said literally said it might be the best action figure across any line ever made.
Whoa,
that's great. That's great.
Yeah, that's a reach. That's a reach.
I mean, you know what? He can absolutely think that. He can absolutely think that. I don't agree, but yeah.
Yeah, Droideka or the 2003 Toy Biz Spider-Man. Or whatever that one is. Is it Toy Biz? Did I get that right?
Toy Biz, yeah, that was right.
Toy Biz, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you can follow me on Instagram at Black Series Cantina. That's where I update whenever the podcast episodes drop and all that. On TikTok at the Star Wars Black Series. Follow Mike at Trusty Sidekick Mike Case, pretty much on any social media app. Follow Wilbon. I think Instagram's Wilbon Black Series. That's
right.
Correct?
Yep.
And then subscribe to his YouTube channel.
It'll be just Wilbon, but if you search that, the ESPN guy will come up. So just search Monday Night Figure Ball, and you'll find me.
Yeah, Monday Night Figure Ball. It's a very entertaining listen every Monday night around 8 or 8:15 or 8:30, depending on the week.
Yep.
And yours truly has been on there a couple times, so go check those episodes out.
And we're definitely going to have Mike and Zach on soon. So look out for that. That'll be fun.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Join the Patreon. If you listen to this, but you want to watch it and see the list for the figure draft, you can join the Patreon. The $5 tier gets you access to the video once we're done recording. The tier up from that, you can join us live every week. We had a pretty good chunk of people in here watching us do the figure draft live. Hopefully it was entertaining and it builds up to the hype. Leave a review if you cannot financially support us on Patreon, which we totally understand. Leaving a review or subscribing to the podcast is just good enough for us. That helps us out quite a lot in the podcast algorithms. We have merch if you want to buy a mug or a glass cup or a shirt or a hoodie. We got it all. Black Series Cantina on Teespring. Follow us on Twitter at TBS Cantina. Join the Facebook group. That's Black Series Cantina on Facebook. You got to answer a couple questions to join, but we have a great community in there. I think, constructive criticism in there is always welcome. But I think all the people who kind of love to hate things, we don't have a lot of those people in there, so that's great. I don't think we have any, really. That's a pretty great group.
No, I think we have a pretty good group, for sure.
Yep. And then, like we said, save or keep the email segment alive. Send us your questions, blackseriescantina@gmail.com. They can be as wacky as you can think, and we'll answer them here on the pod. Just nothing NSFW, or we'll have to answer them at the end of the pod. But no NSFW questions.
Might save that for the VIP show at that.
Yeah, VIP show.
Or the Wilbon show.
Yeah, on Figure Ball. We get a little wacky over there.
No, I mean your VIP show that's just yours.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the Wilbon's Cantina we got to do another one of.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I'm Zach. That's Mike, joined by Wilbon on Black Series Cantina episode 74. Thanks for joining us on the figure draft. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
We're still